What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live watch along. It is Saturday, it is match day again. Arsenal against Fulham from the Emirates Stadium, people. We have to be 3-point collecting today. No mistake about that. This needs to be 3 points. There's no messing about. We're going to talk about the lineup. We got obviously a few bits and bobs to talk about. But the lineup is always the interesting part of the show. Big up to everyone in the comments. Make sure you like the video. Let's get 3,000 likes for this one. And big up to everyone who's voted. Football Content Awards voting. Link is in the description below. And big up to everyone who has voted. And if you haven't voted, it would be much appreciated if you could go. Or we're in 3 categories. They're in the description. Big up to everyone. The positive side of today, in my opinion, is that Leandro Trossard starts up front for Arsenal today. Eddie Nketiah is dropped and Trossard comes in. Listen, I think he deserves to start this game. He had a fantastic pre-season. What more can the guy do to get an opportunity to start? And he starts up front today. I'm delighted that Trossard gets himself an opportunity. In my opinion, the two... I shouldn't say negatives, but the two things that I'm questioning today in particular, once again, Thomas Partey's playing right back, inverted right back. Obviously, you know, we know that he's going to start in midfield, but when we lose possession, he goes back to right back. I just don't think it's necessary, but Arteta will say we're playing inferior opposition. We can afford to play 3 at the back rather than 4. So what can I really question when we've won the first 2 games? However, I don't want to see that formation against Manchester United next week. We'll see. Havertz starts again. As I said, 65 million, inferior opposition at home. He's going to desperately try and play him into form. So he starts. And no Gabriel again, people. No Gabriel. Which, listen, I have no problem when a good player isn't playing. You know, that's not the end of the world. You want to have good squads. And, you know, you want good players to be starting and on the bench. You look at Manchester City, sometimes De Bruyne's on the bench. What my problem is with Gabriel not playing is he's being linked with a move again. And the manager said yesterday, you know, at the moment there's nothing to talk about the move, which makes it kind of feel like is the door open. I don't know. I felt our back 4 last year was very solid. Why break it apart? But hey, I'm not the manager, and Gabriel is on the bench again. The fantastic news, of course, that we spoke about yesterday, we weren't sure whether he'd be involved or not, but Gabriel Jesus makes the bench for Arsenal today. Absolutely brilliant. Much welcome. Hopefully he gets some minutes today, even if it's 15, 20 minutes. And then, because, listen, ideally, I would like to see him start next week against Manchester United if he's fit enough. But time will tell. Is he fit enough? Great that he's on the bench. Arteta revealed in the press conference that he trained all week. We actually thought that he'd only just got back yesterday. But he's been involved all week. And brilliant that Gabriel Jesus is back and involved. So, listen, no more park bench. The bench looks great. Raya, Zinchenko, Gabriel, Jorginho, Fabio, Smith-Rowe, Nelson, Nketiah, and Gabriel Jesus. It's a very good bench. A very, very good bench. Something I didn't mention, actually, is that Kivior starts left centre-back or left-back. Obviously, it becomes 4 at the back. He'll play left-back when we're out of possession. When we're in possession, it will be a back 3. He'll be the left-sided central defender of the 3. So he obviously doesn't feel that Zinchenko is completely ready yet. Zinchenko, of course, missed the whole pre-season. So probably doesn't have that match fitness yet. Dre said Mikel Lasso settings. I let you lot into something, right? This is brilliant. Towards the end of last season on the member streams, Dre was saying to me, you know, be positive, blah, blah, blah. I said, Dre, you know what? I'm going to listen to you still. Yeah, everything was going well. We were top at the time. I said, no need to have a meltdown. Now Dre's just letting off the clip every minute. Mikel Lasso, what kind of idiot formation is this? I told you. Listen, Mikel Arteta gives you a headache as an Arsenal fan. Like, we all want Mikel to do well. We all want Arsenal to do well. Sometimes you just sit there and you go, Mikel, like, why did you do that? You know what I mean? I'm going to keep it 100. I just watched some of the Tottenham game. And, you know, we don't like to talk about Tottenham. Of course we don't. But Maddison's cooking, people. I'm telling you, Maddison is cooking right now. He's in the kitchen cooking. You know what I mean? And I'm looking at Havertz, you know, the oven ain't even warm right now. He ain't even switched it on. I think he's put the plug in the wrong socket. I don't know what's going on. Maddison's cooking, people. Seasoned up the chicken and everything. But, hey, I'm going to be patient. I'm hoping Havertz scores today. We need Havertz to score. You know, I've said many times, Havertz not somebody I'm convinced by, but I want him to score. I want him to play well today. You're right, DJB. Rice is cooking. The rice is definitely cooking. But we need Havertz to cook as well. We do. And if he can't cook, there used to be a song, I think. No, not a song, a TV program. Can't cook, won't cook, or something like that. We need to know whether he can cook or not, you know? Now or never. Man United next week. We can't be experimenting next week, but I want Havertz to score today. Honestly, I want Havertz to score. Now, obviously, we've got a few other things to talk about. We could have signed Maddison for almost half the price. It is what it is. It has to work. You've got an agenda. He scored the winner in the Champions League final. Well, I'm waiting to see a goal for Arsenal first. Ready, steady, cook, you know. What was the brother? Ainsley Harriott settings, people. Microwave Havertz, they're saying. We need to see something today. I can't lie. I need to see something. Lauren said, if we don't buy anyone else, is there any free transfers you'd be interested in? I looked the other day. There was a list of players out of contract. I don't think there was anybody there. I think the best player was probably David De Gea, really, and we don't need a goalkeeper. I think there was players like Eden Hazard and people like that, but nah, there was nobody there. I can't lie. Havertz is using a mini bake oven. You know what I'm saying? He needs to get in the kitchen and get the bit dealing with this little air fryer thing. Man's got a George Foreman grill, bro. In fact, I don't even think it's that. But listen, let me not do it. Let me stay calm. It's before the game. We've won the first two. People calling him Ainsley Havertz, like it's mad. Today he has to cook. I need to see something. 3 games now. I need to see something. And I said yesterday on the stream that I think you'll see a better Havertz if Gabriel Jesus is in the team. The same will probably apply for Trossard because I believe Trossard and Jesus are better link-up players. So I need to see a better Havertz today. Get more involved in the game. I mean, Cody Mystified said the back line's looking shaky. And let's be honest. If you was playing against Arsenal today, you would really want to have a go at this Arsenal back four. And I don't like that. I don't like that because I feel like last season we had a back four that you couldn't get much change out of. You know, so I think now you're looking at Partey at right back thinking I can get at him. You're looking at Kivior at left back thinking I can get at him. Ben White and Saliba haven't really been a partnership as much as Saliba and Gabriel, so you may have something there that's not quite as good. So I hope we are solid. Big up Amsterdam, Thailand said, you always give the funny content. Thank you for letting me smile in bad times. He's saying, not eating for 3 weeks. I hope you're well, bro. I hope everything's good. Appreciate you tuning in, man. How ripe is the Kiwi? We will find today. Apparently Ainsley Harriott is an Arsenal fan. You know, maybe he can be our inverted chef and sort out this Arsenal team. But listen, I think we'll win today. I think we'll win. I have no problem with the manager changing things and experimenting, but it has to be for the benefit of the team, not for one or two individuals. The collective is the most important, not an individual player. But listen, let's just hope that we can win today, and I think we will. Just I said, can't super chat from my region. Please read my comment. Is Maddison doing for Spurs what Havertz is supposed to be doing for Arsenal? At the moment, I would say you're right, but we need him to kick into gear. Clement said, I need to see more out of Havertz in this game besides off the ball work, goal and assist needed. He's got to be a goal threat. He has to be. Big up Amsterdam, Thailand, who said, love this community. You guys are the best. Goated community, man. No doubt about it. How are you lot watching this game? Please help. Listen, anybody's got links, anybody's got directions, Feel free to share them in the comments. We know that in England, we're moving like we're in the dinosaur age. Oh, it's at 3 p.m, so we can't show it on TV. Ridiculous. You spend all that money on Sky and BT or TNT, whatever it's called now, and you ain't watching it. So, you know, I got a little VPN, so we're going to try a thing. You know, I got a couple screens going on, so just work with me today. Work with me, people. I'm sure some of you in different parts of the world, you're going to probably see goals before I see goals. I'm not even going to lie, but you know, we'll make it work. I've got a live update on one screen, so I'll know when the goal goes in, and then I'll probably see the goal about 30, 40 seconds afterwards. So we'll make it work. People sharing comments. USA Network. I believe USA Network is very difficult to get in the UK. I know you can get Peacock on there, but I think anyway, we tried a thing. We got something going on anyway. But anyway, let's talk about the Fulham team briefly before we get into a few little bits and bobs, people. Leno's in goal. This is the Leno derby today, people. It's the Leno derby. There is no Willian in the whole squad. Willian, who is obviously trying to get a move to Saudi. Leno's in goal. Tete, Diop, Bassi, and Robinson. Paulinho returns. He was on the bench last week. He's their best player. He was linked with a move to West Ham. Liverpool were being linked with him at one stage as well, but it looks like he's going to stay. But Paulinho returns. He didn't play last week. They were battered 3-0 at home by Brentford last week, which didn't go down well. Even the game the week before, they beat Everton 1-0, but they were outplayed, so there's no excuse for Arsenal not to be turning this team over. Lukic, Andreas Pereira, former Man United player, Harry Wilson, Raul Jimenez, and Bobby Reed, of course. Mitrovic, who to me is their best player. He's left. He's gone to Saudi for big money, £43 million, big wages. Raul Jimenez has come in. I don't think Jimenez is anywhere near as good as Mitrovic. I honestly think since that head injury, he hasn't been the same player. But I don't want to say too much because, you know, you start criticising a player, they end up coming and scoring against you. And Bobby Reed as well. So, listen, I think Fulham are going to have a difficult season. I'm going to be honest. I think they'll stay up, but I don't think they're going to be that good this season. They haven't really strengthened. I think Nico said it. Big up, Nico. I'm very happy that Willian is not playing this game. I'm going to be honest. I know we all have our opinion on how bad he was when he played for Arsenal. He was awful. But let's face it, he's been good since he's been at Fulham. And he would have had a point to prove today. So I'm actually delighted he's not playing. Leno will have a point to prove in goal. Was always a good goalkeeper at Arsenal, maybe not a great goalkeeper. So, USA, yes, no on Peacock. Yeah, I've got a Peacock login, but in the UK, it doesn't allow me to access that USA one. But I've got another one where I can watch it, but there's more of a delay on it. But we'll get there, don't worry. I'll see you when you get there. If you ever get there, see you when you get there. Don't worry, we make it work, people. We make it work. As Nico said again, the greased up turkey is on the bench. That's right, Adama Traore is back. And Adama, again, I'm glad this brother's on the bench because I don't want to see Adama Traore against Kivior or Adama Traore against Thomas Partey. Because let's face it, one day the brother looks like Usain Bolt who can't play football, and the next day he looks like a world-class winger. So I'm glad he's on the bench. The Fulham bench, Rodak, Tosin, and Babu, Reed, Kearney, Harris, Adama Traore, Muniz, and Vinicius. Not Vinicius Jr., of course. Vinicius, I don't know what this brother's surname is, but he's pretty trash as well, former Tottenham player. So, yeah, I think Fulham going to have a difficult season. As I said before, people, if we score early today, I think we beat Fulham up. If we don't score early, because you look at the first two games, we could have scored more goals in both games. That's been the thing that's let us down a little bit in the first two games. Big up, Gunts. Hope you're well, bro. Big up, Big C in the community. Hope everyone is enjoying the good bank holiday. Big up to everyone who goes carnival in Notting Hill this weekend. Stay safe. Enjoy yourself. Kevin KT would have been perfect for this game. I mean, he's in Spain somewhere doing his medical on his way to Sociedad. Go Steel, Nico Jackson or Jesus. Who would you rather have in your team? I'll go Gabriel Jesus. Because of the way we play, one thing I don't think that Jackson has got a lot of is link-up. The one thing that I always go against Jesus is, number one, he's been injury prone. Number two, he's got to score more goals. But I think Jesus is a better footballer. I think we need a striker that can link up with the wingers, and Jesus does that. Patrick said, enough of the Havertz talk. It's getting boring, bro. We'll be talking Havertz today. I can guarantee you that. But hey, big up yourself anyway for the super chat. Jacques said, I'm upset about Kieran Tierney. I spoke about it in great detail yesterday. It's one of them. What can we do about it? If you don't fit the system, you're out. That's the reality of the situation. And my problem, as I said yesterday, was Zinchenko's missed 11 Premier League games last year. If he is injured, who plays at left back? You're going to play Nketiah or Tomiyasu. I believe that Tierney's a better left back than both of them. But the ultimate thing is, we know that he is following the blueprint of Pep Guardiola. And Pep Guardiola, as we saw last year, was playing back fours at times that maybe had one fullback, sometimes no fullbacks. He's playing centre-backs at right back and left back. So I think Pep has set that, and I think Arteta will follow that. So you will have games where we've got Nketiah, White, Saliba and Gabriel with no fullback in the back four. We will genuinely have four centre-backs. And I think that's the way he wants to go. Inverted this, inverted that, and all of that. Listen, the bench is fantastic. The bench is brilliant. But I would still like one or two more players to come in because, you know, I don't want to see Partey play in this role. I don't think Partey can play this role next weekend against Manchester United because Rashford will expose him if he's on the left, you know. So we'll see. But interesting game. Arteta needs to develop his own style. I agree with you, Lauren, because ultimately, the last team that stopped Manchester City was Liverpool. And Liverpool have their own style, you know, that crazy high press, all-out attack, you know, high energy. It was different to Pep. And anybody who watched the Man City documentary on All or Nothing, you could see that Pep genuinely had a problem on his hands with the way that Liverpool played. It's almost like Liverpool's style counteracted the Man City style. Manchester City are the masters of what they do. That's why they've just won the treble. So to me, okay, you can take certain things out of their game, but you've got to put your own spin on it. There's no point us copying Pep's homework and then failing the exam. Do you know what I mean? Because we've copied it wrong. It don't make sense. He's also got £50 million players in nearly every position on the pitch. So it's totally different. I think he's got to be a little bit more creative this season in terms of his style and his philosophy. Add your own spin on it, you know. But we'll see. We will see. Nice to see Trossard up top, 100%. Tony said Arteta doesn't need to change just against City. Well, yeah, definitely against them because we've seen that they just handle us very easily. So, yeah, you're right. Big up Gabriel, who said, I just voted the 3 categories. Much love from UAE. Really appreciate it. Big up everyone who's voted. Everything's in the description. Like the video. Can we get 1,000 likes before we even start this game? 23 minutes to go, people. 23 minutes until we kick off. A few bits and bobs to go through before we get underway. Obviously, we spoke in great detail yesterday about Kieran Tierney and Balogun. Well, we got the here we go last night on Balogun from Fabrizio. He's flown over to France today and he will complete the deal. 40 million euros initially with another 5 million euros in add-ons. So it's basically 45 million euros. Oh, here we go. The famous goal thing's back. This just pops up but every time it pops up, we win the game. So I'm going to let it happen. Yeah, but Balogun is on his way. We got a few more details. Following Balogun to Monaco, here we go. Agreement completed. Arsenal, €40 million package, add-ons included. Understand Arsenal will also retain a significant sell-on clause for the future. Medical tests expected this weekend. Long-term deal for Balogun. Apparently a 5-year contract for Balo. And Arsenal will get a total of 45 million. Yeah, inverted graphics. We'll get a total of 45 million for him. Listen, like this week we got £2 million for Mavropanos because of a 10% sell-on clause. West Ham paid 20 million for him, and we got £2 million. Now, I would imagine the fact he said significant, I would expect maybe 20%. If he's gone for 45 million at this stage, if he ends up going again, you would think maybe he will go for maybe 50 million, 60 million. If he went to Monaco and scored 25, 30 goals next season, you know, you wouldn't be surprised. He could end up at PSG or somebody in the same division. So if he went for £60 million, we got 20%, for example, that would get us 12 million. And then all of a sudden you've made, 57 million on him. So listen, I wish him all the best. I think it's a shame he didn't get an opportunity at the club. I would have definitely given him a chance. But I do think that the Kroenkes are looking at Edu, looking at Arteta and saying, listen, you don't think I was just going to give you 200 million, do you? And I didn't expect nothing back. You better go and get half of that money back. With this deal, we've now made over £80 million in player sales, which is something we haven't done for a long, long time. 21.5 million for Saka, 10 million for Turner, 5 million for Pablo Mari as well. We got 2 million for Mavropanos, the sell-on clause. We got nearly 5 million for Austin Trusty and 40 for Balogun. I've said it before, again, you came through, he's come through the system, scored 21 goals. I think he should have got a chance, but again, he wants to be number one, and the manager, obviously, for whatever reason, doesn't feel that he fits the system. I hope this isn't a Gnabry. I hope this is just, a Joe Willock, where we've got no regrets that he's gone. So, yeah, good luck to him. Now, what are Arsenal going to do with the money? Because to me now, Arsenal need to reinvest. We've seen Mohamed Kudus completing his medical at West Ham this weekend, a player that I thought we were definitely going to go in for. Fabrizio said a few days ago that we were still in contact with his agent. Well, that one's obviously disappeared. We got no chance of getting that done now unless we hijack at the last minute, which doesn't look like it's going to happen. So it's interesting. I think we will go back into the market this week. I still expect 1 or 2 players to leave as well. But we'll have to see. It's a big week ahead. Champions League draw on Thursday, and the transfer window closes on Friday. And big up King Bucks. Everyone asks for more tactical flexibility, but moan when the manager tries to implement it. We want flexibility. We want him to be unpredictable, but we want it to be for the benefit. We don't want players to look uncomfortable or feel that you're offering an opportunity to the opposition to expose us. I don't think there is an Arsenal fan in the whole of this community that would say, I want Thomas Partey to play right back. I doubt there's any one of you that would say that. So I don't mind the flexibility, but I want it to be the right flexibility. Do you know what I mean? I want it to be for the players that, I want it to make us stronger. I want it to give us a different way of playing that helps us. I don't want it to be a way that the opposition are thinking, oh, we can get at Arsenal with this setup today. That's what I would say anyway. So, listen, we'll see. We have won the first 2. So, but big up to you, King Bucks. Big up, Guala. I hope I haven't hammered that name. He said, hope you and the family are doing well, Big C. By the way, I'm top in your FPL league. Big up yourself. He said, also, could you do an FPL show every now and then? Yeah, we'll do an update in the week. Although I'm not in a rush if I'm not top. But big up yourself, bro. And well done at the top of the league. You won't be there for long. I'll get you. Triple captain on Haaland, Sheffield United this weekend. Let's talk about a player that we are being linked with. We still got 17 minutes to kick off. And that is this man. If you don't know who this man is, it is Eric Garcia of Barcelona. Arsenal being linked with him, former Manchester City player, of course he is. We love an ex-Manchester City player with Arteta's previous connections. Eric Garcia being linked with a potential move out of Barcelona today. Barcelona desperately trying to offload as they are not able to complete the deal of Cancelo because their wage bill is too high. Eric Garcia, former Manchester City centre-back, current Barcelona centre-back. I think he is a Spanish international, although he's obviously not being picked on a regular basis at the moment. 22 years of age. I think he's got 8 caps for Spain. And obviously Arteta knows him from his time at Man City. It's quite simple for me. This is, Noel Edmonds had a deal called a show called Deal or No Deal. I would not be looking for this deal if you can help it. I don't rate him. I didn't rate him at Man City. I haven't rated him at Barcelona. I think he's a bang average defender. I think he gets overhyped because he came from Barcelona. And he's good on the ball, but he's not a great defender. Not a great defender at all. I am personally, I would not like to see Eric Garcia joining Arsenal. I think he can get bullied. He's not that quick. But if Barcelona are prepared to do Arsenal a favour and maybe do a loan with an option to buy, don't be surprised if Arsenal don't take up this kind of deal, because you know the way they'll justify it with the PR. He's 22 years of age. He's a Spanish international. He's played for Man City and Barcelona, 2 of the biggest clubs in the world. They will sell this to the fan base as some sort of big signing. And Arsenal are the kings of PR. So I don't rate him. But again, I'm not the manager. I'm not in charge. I just think that what concerns me about him is I think that deal will appeal to Arsenal, because there's rumours here that he could be available on loan with an option. Now, if Arsenal think they can get him in without having to spend much money, that may work for them. And obviously Arteta has worked with him at Man City. So don't be surprised if this kind of deal doesn't happen. Sidorf said he isn't physical enough, gets bullied a lot of the time. On the ball, he is good. Bosch J said Koundé would be a great option. Apparently, Barca not willing to let him go now. RSPB said I'd rather sign no one. Ivan said Shirley's better than Garcia. Arteta chasing after Pep's crumbs. Picking up them crumbs off the plate, man. Cooper said, Tony, get him to the carpet. Get Ivan Toney to the carpet, man. Listen, we spoke about it in the week. He's definitely put out that come and get me plea in that interview. Mel Malaysian Gooner said he's the Spanish Johan Juru. We all remember how bad he was. He was terrible. Garcia is a Pablo Mari regen. Big nut. I can hardly see any of you saying anything positive about him. Ricky said Holding is better than Garcia. If he comes in, Gabriel goes. If honestly, I've been calm for a while. I haven't had no meltdown, no nothing. If Gabriel left Arsenal and Eric Garcia came in, I'm telling you now, like, if I speak, I'll be suspended 6 months. Honestly, don't do it. Don't do it. What concerns me about Gabriel, he's being linked with Saudi. The Saudi transfer deadline closes 2 weeks after ours. So even when ours closes and we think, right, we're good, we're safe, Gabriel's staying, the Saudi clubs have still got 2 weeks to buy players. That concerns me. Gabriel needs to be playing next week against Manchester United. But it is what it is. Keep Eric Garcia away from Arsenal is what I would be saying. Leave him. I don't rate him. That would be Arsenal therapy settings. You can't be letting Gabriel go. The problem is, and listen, he may not go anywhere, so I'm not trying to panic any of the community. I think what the interesting thing is I wonder how much these clubs are prepared to pay. Maybe these clubs in Saudi are willing to pay unbelievable amounts of money for him. We haven't actually seen any specific value yet of what they're prepared to offer. If they're saying, we'll give you 60, 70 million for him, 80 million for him, I'm telling you that as much as I've praised the Kroenkes this year, big up the Kroenkes, man, 200 million, 210 million, they're going to want to recoup. We've already made 80 million. You know, it wouldn't surprise me. Big up penalty spot. Didn't join the member stream. Didn't get the notification for the member stream. No worries, bro. Hopefully getting the next one. Hopefully, and make sure, I always say to members, always check the community page. That's where I list the member streams before. So sometimes people are saying I've missed it, but it's always on the community page, people. What have we got? We got 12 minutes until kickoff. Obviously, big up to everyone tuned in. I've put it in subscriber only mode because we get so many people in for the watch-alongs. So I'm looking after the VIPs, people. Red carpet, free drinks, wear any clothes you want. You're in the nightclub tonight, people. So if you ain't subscribed, subscribe and get in, people. What you missing out on? The Arsenal team, for those just tuning in, Ramsdale in goal. Thomas Partey continues as an inverted right back, people. Inverted right back, whatever that means. One of the best DMs in the Premier League last season. We're playing him inverted right back. Would you see Rodri inverted right back? Would you see Casemiro inverted right back? I don't know. Ben White continues next to Saliba, and Kivior comes in as left centre-back / left back, depending on how we are in and out of possession. Declan Rice, Odegaard and Havertz, Saka, Martinelli, but Trossard is in the team up front. He starts ahead of Eddie Nketiah, which I think Trossard deserves that opportunity. Big up Fitz, who said absolutely gutted Arteta has let Balogun and Tierney go. Our squad is now weaker and we're keeping the likes of Eddie and Holding, which is senseless. Yeah, listen, I don't hear no lies in what he's saying. Elliot Roberts is back, people. Locked up, they won't let me out. No, we managed to free him. We sorted out the issues. I don't know how he got blocked or who blocked him, but we got him back. From jail to bail to members only Grail. Big up Elliot. Big up everyone locked in. I'm looking forward to this game. We need to win. It's as simple as that. No messing about. Big up Brian. Brooklyn in the building. Big up yourself. Big up C-Unit. 3-point settings. Watching with my special lady today. Big up Brian and his lady locked in. And this got to be 3 points. No messing about. BK in the building. Nature Nick, good afternoon, Curtis. Looking forward to the show. Let's go, Arsenal. Brad said, guys, just be happy we're winning, according to Top Gooners. The thing is, in football, and I get it, some people will say, oh, you know, we've won the first 2 games, and yet some of us are here questioning it and blah, blah, blah. Sometimes you can see things that you know are not sustainable, right? And that's what the problem is. The way Arsenal won those first 2 games doesn't feel sustainable. It feels like if you're playing better opposition, Declan Rice is a lone 6, Partey at right back, Kivior at left back, those are things that can be exposed, you know? And so we're kind of looking at it going, okay, we're winning, we're happy, but we want total control. We want to, you know, we hammered Forest in that first half. We ended up winning the game 2-1 and hanging on the last 10 minutes. Against Palace, we ended up hanging on. That was a lot down to the fact we missed the chances in the first half and we had a man sent off. I know, you know, Man City tend to start league slow and then go crazy at the end of the season, but I want to see Arsenal kick into gear, free-flowing and do their thing. You know, I still think we can go up a level. Harry said, Curtis, it's my 18th birthday tomorrow. Hopefully Arsenal can give me a win. Big up to you. Happy birthday for tomorrow. Official Kamari, do you drink or eat anything while watching? I just drink some water or some juice or something. I don't eat nothing, to be honest. I always eat a little bit before we go live. William says, at home, we're likely to concede, but I'm going for a 4-1 win. 87 said his wife saw him watching, asked, why don't you grow your hair out like Curtis? It's a lot of hassle, I can't lie, people. Raul said Declan Rice can't receive the ball in the half turn, that's why Partey is playing right back. Check Tifo Football's video. Yeah, I mean, listen, people have said this about Rice. He doesn't receive the ball on the half turn at West Ham, but I think he's capable of doing that. He plays for England and England do that. Maybe not at West Ham, he didn't do that. But I think he can do it. Playing for England, he would get the ball on the half turn. People saying there's Ray and Nephew in the cup. You might need it to watch, to get through a season as an Arsenal fan. Big up Matt, who said, big up Curtis, my brother don't lack today. Now, we should be good. He's coming in with talk. He's a Chelsea fan. They won yesterday, so Matt's buzzing. They beat Luton, didn't they? Yeah, listen. Most teams will beat Luton this season, especially at home as well. Big up Fitz, who said, my fingers are crossed for Havertz to bag today. Big shock, I know. But we all just want the Arsenal to... And you're spot on. And I say this all the time, Fitz. No Arsenal fan wants a player to do badly in the shirt of the club that they support. There's players in that team that I don't rate. But when they're playing, I want them to bag. I want Havertz to bag. I want Nketiah to bag. I want these guys to do well, because if they do well, Arsenal do well. If Arsenal do well, we're happy. We're in a good mood. We can celebrate. It don't spoil the weekend. You know how it goes, people. When your team gets beat at the weekend, it can affect the whole weekend. It's real talk. So big ups to Fitz, man. You know what I mean? Fitz supporting Havertz, and I'm supporting. I hope he bags today. I really hope he scores. Because it's Man United next week. There's no time for experiments next week. It's got to be certified, whatever's on the pitch next week. What channel are we on, people? Share the channel, share the links. It's obviously not easy to get hold of this game, especially if you're in the UK. Crazy. I can go a different country, watch the game. In the UK, you got no chance. Ghosted said today Havertz is bagging. I hope so. I really hope so. Been praying for Bossard to play. Wore my away shirt today with his name on. Good omen. Bring the good luck to the table, man. And I hope Trossard does well. Hope he scores. GTU said, my man Curtis the GOAT continue to inspire and bring the real. Ready for the game today. Big up to the wife Chanella and my son Thierry. Watch it. Listen, when you're naming your son Thierry, it's, you know, it's Arsenal through and through, innit? Fitz feeling good today, people saying. Fitz feeling good today. Wow. SWAT team on holiday. Prime Henri said actually has a fair better chance to score today. Trossard will bring others into play. Looking forward to the game. Going for a 4-0 win. Wow, you're going for a convincing victory there today. Just a quick stat on Trossard. Trossard has provided more assists, that's 10, than any other Premier League player since his Arsenal debut in January, averaging an assist every 95 minutes in 2023, the best ratio of a player within a calendar year in Premier League history. So basically, since he joined the club, for minutes to assists, he's got the most assists with the game time that he's had. 10 assists since joining the club in January, and we all know he doesn't start that often. So how many can he get? And can he get another one today? Let's hope so. I predicted a 3-0 win. I'm going to stick by that. We do tend to concede at home for some stupid reason. I don't know why. Even against Forest, there was no reason for us to concede in that game. We conceded a sloppy goal. I'm hoping we change that narrative. We kept a clean sheet against Palace on Monday. And looking at the attack that we're up against today, you know, I would like to think we could keep a clean sheet against this attack. We have got 4 minutes until kickoff. So I'm going to try and get the channels sorted now. The players are coming out onto the pitch. And I've got 2 screens going here, so it's going to be looking like the Sky Sports News Centre today. But as long as we get the goals, then we'll work with it, people. Get your score predictions in. I'm going for 3-0 to the Arsenal. I think we'll be too good for Fulham today. As I said before, Raul Jimenez for me he's not as good as Mitrovic. We are going to have to keep him quiet, though. You know, I don't want to be disrespectful because he turned around, he ended up scoring against us. But I'm going for a 3-0 win. Penalty spot says 3-1. El Chapa 3-0. Jay Black says 4-1. Ian says 2-0. 4-0 says Boston. That guy D says 2-0. Everyone going for comfortable. Prime Henry says 4-0. 1-0 says Gunnar 6-7. Bjorn says 5-1. DJB says 2-1. Sam's going for 3-1. Ricky 4-1. Paul Tierney as ref, someone just said, who's a pretty bad ref, but is there such thing as a good ref in the Premier League? I don't know. They're all pretty shocking. Josh says 3-0. Red Star 4-0. Nobody at all going for a draw or a Fulham victory. Everybody thinks Arsenal going to win. Jerome says 3-0. Callum 3-1. Tion says 3-0 to the Gunners. Nimbo 3-0. Pat 4-0. And Gunman says 2-0. I'm just about to... I'm just looking. Oh, there's a few other 3 p.m. kickoffs as well, which I wasn't aware. You've got Everton against Wolves, Brentford against Palace, and Man United against Forest. So there is a few games today that are about as well. So, yeah, there's a few to keep an eye on. If anybody gets any goal updates in the chat, feel free to put them in. I would expect Man United really to beat Forest. And it's at Old Trafford as well. So yeah, I can't really see. I can't see Forest getting anything out of that, but you never know. The game is about to start, people. Game's about to start, so let's see how we get on today. We've got a minute till we start. I'm just getting this sorted. Give me a second, and we're about to get underway, people. Where is the... I need this stream to work with me good today, that is for sure. We're about to get underway. I'm going for a 3-0 win. I think we will win today. I think we'll have too much for them. I don't see them managing to keep us quiet. Game's about to kick off. Players are on the pitch. Leno in goal. Let's hope he's picking the ball out of the net today, people. That is for sure. We need to win this game. 3 wins out of 3 would be great. The match is about to start. Paul Tierney, the referee, yeah, I don't rate him at all. But as I said, is there one? Can you name me one good referee in the Premier League? I don't think there's any, to be honest. So we're about to get underway. The players ready to kick off. And we're off, people. Arsenal against Fulham. Come on, we need to win this game. We need to collect 3 points today, no doubt about that. Sunny day, so hopefully Solar God turns up and does his thing. And let's get the 3 points, man. Let's get the 3 points. Let me move this over here so I can see that a bit better. We need to win this, definitely. We need to score some goals. The game against Forest, I felt like we should have won that game 3 or 4-0. We end up winning 2-1. Yeah, my timer, I think I've pressed it about 20 seconds behind. But we'll make it work anyway, people. We'll make it work. 92-ish said Arsenal bottled the league last year. Listen, you could say that. I think we should have won the league. We're not hiding from that, but at least we was in the title race. That was the main thing. We just need to make sure we... What's going on here, by the way? Fulham on the attack. It's looking dangerous. Oh, my... What is going on here? We're 1-0 down already. I've never seen anything like it. What is going on? We're losing after 1 minute. Andreas Pereira has scored for Fulham. People telling me to stay calm about that defence, yeah? People telling me to stay calm about that defence. And we're 1-0 down already. Andreas Pereira... And they've taken the lead already. What kind of foolishness is this? Like, please, somebody explain it to me. It's unbelievable. Same as last year. Another mistake. Another stupid goal. Unbelievable. 1-0 down inside the first minute and a half. Ball was given away. Pereira lobs him. And, in fact, he doesn't even lob him. Can somebody explain to me what Aaron Ramsdale is doing there? Like, I need... David Raya, warm up. Warm up, mate. Saka loses the ball. Ramsdale's off his line and gets done. Absolutely embarrassing. Like, seriously. I told you we concede every time we play against them. It's like, we must put bets on. We're doing the Ivan Toney diet, people. Absolute shambles. Rice gets into Saka. It's a terrible... He actually plays a through ball. Look at Ramsdale. Turn round. Turn your body round, bro. Why are you backtracking like that? Why is he running sideways? Oh, my God. Oh, my days. The replay, it gets worse every time I see it. I don't know what's worse. Saka's back pass Or Ramsdale sidestepping as the ball goes past him. Saka back pass, shocking. Ramsdale looked like he was dancing. Oh my days. 1-0 down. You just couldn't write this, could you? They've just lost 3-0 to Brentford. They've lost 3-0 to Brentford. And we're losing inside 90 seconds against them. Honestly, people. Unbelievable. Arsenal are on the attack. We need to respond quickly. Oh, Forest are beating Man United, apparently. I can't even take any happiness out of that at the moment. I'm embarrassed. Once again, shocking mistake, and we're losing. Leno collects the ball. Embarrassing start to the game. Saka shocking back pass. What is Ramsdale do? Him being off his line is encouraged. Goalkeepers are encouraged to come off their line now. What my problem is why is the man sidestepping like that? Why? He's actually, the goal's behind him and he's running sideways. He's running sideways and the ball's going that side of him. And the man tries to turn around. Oh, I can't get it. Don't be surprised if David Raya is playing next week against... I can't believe we're... apparently Forest are beating Man United 2-0. That is unbelievable. I can't even take any pleasure from that. My head's gone. Tyrell said, I'm disgusted. Playing centre-backs at full-back is a joke. It's even worse playing a defensive midfielder at full-back. And it comes down that side where the goal is. Runs down the left-hand side, but Saka, oh my days. Come on, we got to put this right. It's embarrassing. We cannot be doing this. Yeah, fair play. Forest are winning 2-0 against United. Under normal circumstances, I'd be celebrating, but I can't. Because this is unbelievable, what I'm seeing. We need to respond quickly. Big up Tyrell for becoming a member. Liam said, how many times have we conceded in the first minute? I told people, just play a back four. Stop trying to be too clever. Just do what's there, you know. Play Saliba, play Ben White, play Gabriel, play Zinchenko. If not Zinchenko, play Kivior. It's not rocket science, you know. But he's doing that inverted party foolishness again. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But let's respond. We're not going to keep a clean sheet, which is disappointing. We're just giving them a goal start. Classy. Well... if we don't get 3 points today, we won't be saying it's classy. We'll be looking really stupid, considering they got slapped 3-0 by Brentford. And Brentford don't even have Ivan Toney up front, and they beat them 3-0 at their own ground. United are 2 goals down to Forest in the first 6 minutes. That is unbelievable. It really is, but I'm struggling to even enjoy that fact at the moment with us being behind. Is Martinelli left-hand side? Come on, we need a response here. We need a quick goal. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long, long day. I can't lie. I'm starting to hate home games. Too nervous. Big up Carlo. Arteta in his stupid formation will cost us all this season. Sometimes things don't need to be changed. You know, defensively last season, I know we did concede some sloppy goals at home, but our back four was solid. It felt like we could have won the league with that back four. Why all of a sudden, you know, we're going back to a back three, which he's never done successfully at the club? It doesn't make sense. Anybody who thinks Partey can play inverted right back is crazy, because it just don't work. He can't recover quick enough to get to right back. A fast left winger's going to already be gone by the time he tries to get there. Fulham have the ball. They'll be delighted. They'll be absolutely delighted. It'll have settled their nerves very quickly. Gabriel's sitting on the bench going, you want to drop me for this, yeah? You think this system is better than him being in the team. But is what it is, people. If we win the game, they'll say we've got away with it. But at the moment, it doesn't look great. Will Havertz produce today? We're waiting. Here's Saliba on the ball for Arsenal. We need to do something. And we need to win today. Saka not having a great game. They're getting close to him on this side. And he's struggling to get out. See, the problem you've got now is because Ben White's playing centre-back, he can't get forward and help Saka anymore. So Saka now is playing almost as a lone winger with no overlap. It just doesn't make sense. Penalty Spot said, I know we want diversity in this team, but saying square pegs and round holes springs to mind. It's crazy. It's crazy. No overlap. Here's Odegaard on the right. Odegaard can get close to him on that right and link up with him. Saka's giving the ball away because when he looks up, he's struggling to see options around him. Jay Blue said all of this to accommodate Havertz. Let's hope he scores and proves us wrong today. Arteta formation is annoying. Here's Martinelli on the left-hand side. Can we create a decent chance? We need an equalizer quickly. Here's Odegaard. Finds Saka. Martinelli getting manhandled. It's getting worse. Problem with 3 at the back, you can't get the fullbacks forward. So your winger ends up going 2v1 at times because Fulham are playing 4 at the back. So they have got a right back and a right winger up against Martinelli with no overlapping left back. Same with Saka on the right hand side. Becomes very difficult as a winger when you're playing against 2 players. And then you've got a lack of options around you. Fulham have the ball back, Paulinho. Not a good start to the game. Dre said we need a right winger to compete with Saka. And the thing is with Saka, if he has a bad game, are they going to take him off? No, he won't. So not only does he know that he can have a bad game, there's no competition there. I don't care how good Saka is. Saka needs to be taken off when he doesn't have a good game to learn. You're not Thierry Henry or Dennis Bergkamp, bro. You know what I'm saying? Saka is a great footballer. We all love Saka, but you're not the finished article yet. He needs to have that hunger that he has to still play well. I feel like he's going through the motions. Anyone in the chat got links? Anybody got TV links? Feel free to share. There's still people in the community struggling to get the game. Jonathan we big up yourself, bro. Why is he broken up a title-winning centre-back pairing? What was the point in playing Ben White at right-back all season? If he has to hold bench, he needs to hold it. I mean, he doesn't even need to hold bench, Ben White. He can play right-back. Gabriel and Saliba might have won us the league last year if we'd finished the season with those 2 fit. The fact Saliba got injured is what cost us. So, you know, to change it. But, you know what? There's no point me banging on about it. Let's just win the game. Here's Trossard. Arsenal moving the ball around well here. It's bouncing around the penalty area. Can we get an equaliser? Here's Saka. At least we're starting to get forward. Yeah, people putting links in the chat, people. If you're still looking, obviously jump on some of them websites. Havertz, man. The end product's not there yet, is it? Yeah, big up the chat. Leno has the ball back. Arteta would drop Sol Campbell and play Vieira at right back. He probably would. He probably would. The point of benching Gabriel is to play this fraud Havertz. Or people not. We should have probably got a goal out of that. Give Kai time. He's the next Kaka. I think that's what Jordan Jarrett said. He reminds him of Kaka. I don't know what he was drinking or smoking because he don't remind me of Kaka. That's for sure. We're starting to get into the game a bit, keeping possession, moving the ball a little bit more, but we haven't taken any early chance. Martinelli on the ball. What I like though is the interchange. You look at Trossard getting wide, putting crosses in. It was bouncing around there. I mean, Havertz could he have done better? Maybe a bit unlucky there. There's Saka on the right hand side. Reminds me of Kak. Pure Kak says, I am gammon. Reminds him of Kak, not quite Kaka. What does Havertz do, said DJ Valentine. Well, what people are telling me is it's what he does off the ball, apparently. I would have liked him to have scored there, man. It didn't quite catch it. It's good ball in by Saka on the right. Omar said Arsenal therapy tomorrow at 2 p.m. Listen, we cannot be dropping points against Fulham at home. This would be an absolute disaster. We need to win this game. It's a throw-in to Fulham. We need to at least equalise by half-time to take the pressure. Did he touch it? I didn't even see whether he touched it. I thought the defender cleared it. Soft team, says Eddie. Listen, we can get back into it. Clement says play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I hear you. There was, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing, as they say. Ramsdale in possession. I tell you what, they're being very physical with Martinelli on this left-hand side today, Fulham. They're not messing around. C unit, big up Ish. This formation is total chaos, says Phil. And Leno has the ball back. Pereira, who's looked a better player, to be honest, since he went to Fulham. Better than he looked at Man United. John Bamford said, Partey as the inverted fullback is the only way Arteta can do inverted without Zinchenko. It isn't a different system. It's a different inverted fullback. Yeah, but I think Zinchenko can do it because he's played in that position on a regular basis. Partey hasn't. Plus, Partey is 30 years of age. You know, and we saw that his legs were going at the back end of last season. So I think playing him there is the totally wrong option. But hey, it's, what do I know? Big up TK, new member. I'm sure you've been a member before, probably renewing. Big up yourself, bro. 14 minutes into the game. Arsenal behind 1-0. For those just tuning in, a calamitous mistake. First of all from Saka with a horrible back pass. And then Aaron Ramsdale moonwalking. Doesn't even get lobbed. It was just purely like the ball was basically next to him as it went in. It got about 30 yards out. Pereira side foots it past him. We've had a couple of half chances. Big up Parish for becoming a member. Big up yourself. And Jonathan with the super chat. What I was trying to get across is Havertz is not the mercurial talent that you destroys partnerships across your midfield and defence for. And I agree. I said the same thing. I said, listen, if it's prime Alexis, prime Van Persie, prime Fabregas, prime Thierry, I understand you maybe pulling the team apart because you might look at it and go, well, this guy's going to change the fortunes of this club with his brilliance. You were not getting that with Havertz. That's what the problem is. If he just slotted nicely into the team and we didn't change much, it would be different. Tete has the ball. David Raya licking his lips. Listen, Man United next week. I wonder how much blame people will place on Ramsdale, or whether they'll put more of it on Saka, because Saka's pass is shocking. Best way for Havertz to answer is get a goal or get an assist today. That's all he can do. That's what he's in the team for. You know, the goal wasn't his fault. If he can score today, if he can create a chance that leads to a goal, then we can put some praise on him. I want him to do well. I can't say it enough. I want him to do well. Him playing poorly doesn't do anything positive for us. I suppose the only thing you could say is if he's playing bad, the manager might have to take him out of the team and go back to the system that worked last season, you know? That's the only thing you could say, really. Leo said, we're so awful. I'm actually ashamed. Very reminiscent of our disaster of 8th place season. We look clueless. It's still time. It is Cordova Reed for Fulham. Marching, what's going on? Nothing has changed from last season. Giving goals away. Paulinho is boss in the midfield. I like Paulinho. I think if he was younger, he'd have got a big move. He's 28, I think. So I think that stopped him getting a move. Curtis, you played the game, you know it's not easy. Yeah, I know. But also, sometimes managers create their own problems by overcomplicating things. That's when it's more frustrating. You know, if you're just doing if you brought new players in, and you can definitely have teething problems where they don't settle in straight away. I've got no problem with that. It's when you create your own issues is when you do question it, when you do get frustrated. Manchester United have got a goal back, apparently. It's now 2-1 to Forest. And apparently Onana made a mistake for the first goal. Ericsson has got a goal back for them. Anyway, it's a corner to Arsenal, people. Corner to Arsenal. Can we get the equaliser against Fulham? Fulham have looked reasonably comfortable so far. which is not good news. You know, I would expect us to be putting them under all sorts of pressure. Can we score? Can we equalise? We've got plenty of quality on the bench, that is for sure. We've got a very strong bench today. No more park bench business. Gabriel Martinelli starting to look a bit more dangerous down that left-hand side as well. Give me Maignan. I have no faith in our goalkeepers. They got rid of my boy Martinez and Leno. And don't forget... Oh, listen, let's not even do that yet. Come on. Corner whipped in. Can we get a goal? Jimenez clears it. Brentford are winning 1-0 apparently. Who are they playing today? I actually don't know who they're playing. I think they could be playing Everton. Cliff said, inverted has been sus. The moment Zinni comes back, it will be the same old Jackanory. Him out of position. Centre-backs desperately trying to cover. I mean, even that chance just before, Saka again puts a great ball across. You want to see Havertz breaking his neck to get on the end of that, you know? That's good football. Great ball by Rice. Great ball in by Saka, like, anticipate it. So, listen, I'm not trying to pick him out. He just balls whipped across there. He could have scored that if he'd have gambled on it. We need to score. We need to get back into this game. We're starting to turn the heat up, but we haven't scored yet. Have I been blocked? No, you're there, John. I read out your super chats. You're here as well, mate. I see your comments in the chat. The corner was bouncing all over the place. Martinelli should have maybe done better. Here's Saka, though, on the right-hand side. Can Arsenal get this equaliser? Goes out for a corner. Smell a goal coming, said E. Ross. We are starting to put pressure on them. They're camped in their own half. The problem is here, are they just going to sit in and defend and make life difficult for us is the issue, you know. We need to get that goal. If Martinelli had a better touch on that previous chance, he could have scored that. It was a bit too high. Corner to the Arsenal. Havertz has zero confidence, says King Bucks. Corner whipped in. Bouncing around. It's up in the air. Yeah, Ericsson scored for United. Lizard said we'll win 3-1. I hope so. It goes out for a throw-in on the other side. We're not great from corners, are we? It doesn't feel like we score many headers from corners. Omar said Bournemouth 9 seconds, Southampton 27, now Fulham 1 minute. Why do we keep conceding early goals? A complete lack of concentration is the only thing I can say. Two of them, I mean, the one against Bournemouth is just a long ball. We switch off. Southampton, Ramsdale gives it away, and today Saka gives it away. Here's Robinson for Fulham, down the left-hand side. Ends up going out for a goal kick. 21 minutes gone, people. Arsenal 0, Fulham 1. Not what we expected to be watching. You know, I predicted a 3-0 victory here. The goal was ridiculous. Again, masters of our own downfall in the sense, giving the ball away and conceding a shocking goal. We're so sloppy at the back. I don't know what the hell's going on. We just look like we can get caught on the break. They could have scored there. They could have scored. We look so... nobody can tell me that this system is working. We'll probably still get away with winning this game today, honestly. But this system doesn't work. We look like we can get hit on the break. It could have been 2-0 then. Raul Jimenez, the guy that I've said all along, is not very good. Nearly bags against us. Pereira, twisting, turning. Him and Paulinho dominating the midfield. If you look on the replay there, Partey's recovering. Ben White gets dragged out. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense the way we're playing. Giving the ball, it's a great... I mean, listen, that bicycle kick nearly went in, and I actually been dissing this guy all before the game, saying this guy Jimenez ain't good enough. Number one, why can't Ben White head the ball? Like, what kind of header is that? And then Ramsdale, you've left 3/4 of the goal empty. But what is Ben White actually doing? It slaps him in the face. Embarrassing. The defending is embarrassing. We're playing against a team that have just lost 3-0 last week at home. This defence is going to concede goals this season. I'm sorry. There is no way on earth that we should be playing this system. I want to know if this manager is strong enough, because people tell me how strong and how big a character he is. Is he brave enough to admit that this ain't working at half time and bring Gabriel on and play a back four and stop messing about? This is the Premier League, bro. I got no problem with you changing the system, but do it for the benefit of the team. This doesn't work. It's not sustainable. Yeah, you won a couple games with it. We're struggling against Fulham at home. It doesn't make sense. Now they look like they can catch us on the break. It doesn't make no sense. Martinelli has the ball back. 20 minutes to go. 21 minutes to go till half time. We need Gabriel back. We do not look solid. Because what happens? You go to a back three, you have large gaps around you. Back four, obviously 4 of you across the pitch. When there's a 3, you have to spread out further, which creates big spaces between the 3 of you. And they're just making runs in between them. Ben White and Saliba are not playing close. The system wasn't broke. The system wasn't broke. Like South London's, the system wasn't broke. We conceded goals at the back end of last season because Saliba was injured. And we were playing Rob Holding, and we lost our same, quality in it. But this, honestly, we can be got at. We can be got at. Fulham will be looking at our defence today and thinking they can score again. We look shaky. We're scrambling to clear the ball. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And I'm not even blaming individuals for this. This is on the manager. This is on the manager completely. Here's Saka on the right-hand side. We need to figure out a way to win this game, first of all. And then maybe we'll look at the system for next week. But I'll tell you one thing. If we don't win today, this is a disastrous result. We've got to win this. Dre said, with all due respect, it's not Gabriel we need. It's a new manager. Oh, don't start doing that to me, because I'm trying to stay calm here. Bring back Holding, says Jason. This formation has destroyed Gabby-Saliba relationship and White-Saka. 100%, but we'll see. I still think we'll win the game. I do still think we'll win the game. Pereira on the ball. I got to admit, Fulham's midfield is decent. Pereira's getting on the ball, and Paulinho's just backing him up as the DM. You can see that Arsenal seem like, they weren't expecting to be losing this game. They've turned up thinking Fulham lost 3-0, not very good. Don't have Mitrovic, no Willian, we'll roll them. Next minute we're 1-0 down. Now we're scrambling, because 1-0 down makes everyone nervous. They're getting 2 players on Saka all the time. Partey's not overlapping. Rice getting pressed, having to go backwards. This is horrible. This is not good. This is not good at all. I still believe we can win because we're dominating possession, but it's frustrating. It is frustrating. I can't see any pros with this formation, said Sam. It's difficult. It is difficult. It doesn't seem like it's helping the group. That's what's frustrating. KS said our biggest window and we look worse. Here's a chance. Martinelli left-hand side. Ball bouncing around. It's cleared. Ends up back in defence. Arsenal reload. Here's Odegaard. Shane said, is it now time for David Raya? I did say the first time that Ramsdale makes a mistake, it will bring question marks over whether Raya needs to come into the team. And I think that goal is a mistake from him. Obviously, Saka's pass is horrendous. He deserves the most blame for it. But I also think the goalkeeper's in the wrong position. Big got Apex TV with the super chat. Appreciate that, bro. Fulham have the ball back. Did you see no one giving the ball right on the half turn? The thing is, it doesn't help when you're in there by yourself at times as well. But I hear what you're saying. It will take some time for him to acclimatise to that. Saka has 2 men on him at all times. Partey offers nothing going forward on the overlap. He's not going to, is he, bro? He's not going to. He's 30. He's a DM or a centre mid. Here come Fulham, by the way, on the attack. Harry Wilson, right-hand side. Arsenal managed to win the ball back. And Fulham get it back. We have got to be careful. Not only are we struggling to score, Fulham look like they've still got a threat in there as well that they could potentially get a second. This is not good. This is not good. Sam says complacency and arrogance. Please use the formation from last season, said M. Here's Lukic for Fulham. Their confidence is growing. They'll be believing they can get a second goal. That's the worrying thing. Well, the problem with us, we look very predictable. We get the ball out wide to Martinelli, 2 players on him because Kivior's not overlapping him. We get the ball to Saka, 2 players on him because Thomas Partey's not overlapping him. Now, that's not their fault. They are not built to play like that. How can we expect Thomas Partey to be overlapping Saka as well as helping patrol the midfield with Rice? It's not realistic. So I'm not even blaming the players, a lot of them anyway. We looked better last season. We spent 200 million. We should be looking better. We spent 100 million on Declan Rice. We're not even able to get the very best out of him. But let's see. Here's Odegaard, right-hand side. Finds Saka. I think Odegaard's the one that's going to have to link up with Saka on that right, which he does a lot of the time. And we're forced backwards again because there's no options. There's no options. Would you take Dyche? You have to listen, I'm available. I'll leave Everton whenever you want, mate. I'll take the Arsenal job. I'll play 4-4-2, go back to basics. None of this rubbish. Partey in midfield, mate. 4-3-3. I'm ready when you are, Mikel. We can swap clubs. You come to Everton, I'll go to Arsenal. There you go, Cormac. Cliff said, what would Kieran Tierney be doing to Fulham on the overlap? He'd be causing all sorts of problems. But here we go, on the attack. Trossard, who's had a quiet game. We haven't got the ball to him enough. Can we create a chance? Can we score? 15 minutes till half-time. Arsenal moving around on this left-hand side. We need an equaliser ASAP. Saka. He's not having a good game. It is not happening for him. Listen, I don't care how big a reputation he's got. I don't care how much money he's on. I don't care if he's star boy. I don't care if he takes pictures with puppies on his chest. If he carries on like this, get him off the pitch. Get him off. I don't care. Put Nelson out there. Put Jesus out there. Put Smith Rowe out there. Get him off if he keeps playing like this. They're doubling up on him. He's giving the ball away. He's short of options. It ain't working. We are predictable. He needs the fullback on the overlap. Give him some help. Alexander, it's crazy that with all of this spending this summer, we look worse. I think we would look better if we were set up the right way. That's the frustrating thing. You saw what we did to Barcelona in pre-season. Corner to Arsenal. Academic said bring in De Zerbi, get this fraud out. Oh, man, corner to Arsenal. Come on, come on. Get an equaliser. I mean, Saka's missing headers from 6 yards out, heading it into the floor. It's crazy. Starboy tax, man. Corner to the Arsenal. Can we get an equaliser before half-time? We have got to score. What a miss that was from Saka. Was he on? I didn't react because I thought he was offside, but I think he's actually onside. Oh, my God. What a terrible header. He's 4 yards out. He's in the 6-yard box, heading it into the floor, putting it over. Ah, dear me. I want to see some tactics and maybe even a substitution at half-time. You've got to at least change the formation. You got to at least change the formation. This is not working, bro. He's jumping around the touchline, putting his arms out. I'd put my arms out back to him and say, what do you want me to do, bro? We're not even set up right. Man said starburst, not starboy. Saka's on the ball again. He is getting a lot of the ball, but we're not producing at the end of it is the unfortunate thing. They've got a lot of players back at the moment as well. Blaze up the likes, people. Let's make sure we're on at least. I was hoping for 1,000 pre-kickoff. I can't lie. I don't know what we're on. I haven't checked. I'm so annoyed at the moment. It's difficult to even check. What are we on? We're not even on 1,000 yet, people. Don't do that. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. We're in subscriber only mode, so VIP settings. Ben White on the ball for Arsenal. 12 minutes till half time. Still no equalizer. Leno in possession. Honestly, a draw would be a disaster. This has to be 3 points. Nothing else, nothing less. We're dominating the game. We got lots of the ball. Saka 2v1s all the time up against Robinson. And Cordova Reed. They're playing well against us, to be honest, which is the frustrating thing. It's not a good watch. Gabriel Jesus second half. How fit is he is the problem. Can he play 45 minutes? Hit the like button, people. Let's get at least 1,000 before half time. That should be easy work. Ben White in possession for Arsenal. Jesus for Saka. Yeah, as people were saying, Jesus, has he got 45 minutes in him at the moment? I'm not sure. Here's Declan Rice. We're pushing very high. The defenders, everybody's pushing high up the pitch, which is obviously a sign that we're dominating, but we need to score. We could do with a goal before half-time, that's for sure. Here's Declan Rice. I'd love Rice or Havertz to score their first goal. Martinelli, left-hand side. Come on. Can we get the goal before half-time? I don't think Jesus would have 45 minutes in him. I'd be very surprised. And the ball's cleared. Jesus for Havertz. Krishnan said, very bad lineup by Arteta. Inverted watch along. Yeah, probably Nketiah he'd bring on. Here's Saka, right-hand side. Havertz is literally a ghost. We just can't get him involved in the game enough, man. Like he gets in positions, but he doesn't go looking for the ball. It's like he's waiting for the ball to come to him, where you need him to come and get the ball. He's almost having the same performance every week, where he isn't actually doing anything wrong, but he isn't really doing much right either. And for 65 mil, I need more than that, you know? Have Hurts says, tell me this. That's a good one. Can you ask a journalist to ask him about the formation? They ain't going to listen. I don't really communicate much with them. I speak to one or two people at Sky, but they probably ask their own questions. Look how Foden plays in the pockets versus Havertz. Listen, Havertz gets between the lines very well, by the way, but he doesn't get the ball. Your Fodens, your Bernardo Silvas, Mesut Ozil used to do it. They get between the lines and they get the ball. They demand the ball. Give me the ball, let me make something happen. Havertz is between the lines, but not getting the ball. Like we said, passenger 57 settings, Wesley Snipes. Passengers, they're calling him. Like, it's mad. Jimenez has the ball for Fulham. Frustrating. Very, very frustrating. It's Saliba on the ball for Arsenal. Trossard drops deep on the left. Odegaard has the ball now. We only needed Rice. Why is Arteta using Havertz in midfield next to Rice? Got to justify the money, hasn't he? Got to justify the bag. Arsenal should give Havertz back to Chelsea for free. Here's Martinelli left-hand side. Finds Declan Rice, edge of the box. Starts shooting. I mean, I've seen Dre saying it in the comments. Why do we refuse to shoot from the edge of the box? We're trying to find the perfect, prettiest goal. Just pull the trigger. Do you know what I mean? Here's Odegaard, right-hand side. Finds Saka. Can we get a goal before half-time? 8 minutes to go. We need a goal, that is for sure. I'll be nervous going in at 1-0 down. And Tete wins the ball back and Leno will clear it. Arsenal diplomat, I've just seen Ben White at centre-back overlap Saka. He might be able to do it the odd time, but we need it on a more regular basis. Arsenal have the ball back. Martinelli Left-hand side, they double up on him all the time now. Which doesn't make life easy for us. We just won't shoot. We will not shoot. Have you seen anybody get the ball 25 yards out and just pull the trigger? It's so frustrating to watch. How are we supposed to go into the Champions League like this? Honestly, Champions League draws on Thursday. What are we going to do against Vinicius Jr.? We're struggling against Fulham because of this foolishness. Forced all the way back to the halfway line. Con said Nelly is having a stinker and Peeps blaming Havertz. Listen, I'm not blaming Havertz at all for what's going on the pitch. I'm blaming the manager. You've put a system in place that doesn't help the team. Nobody wants to shoot from outside the area. Still trying to play 1-2s all over the pitch. It's crazy. Here's Martinelli left-hand side. Little 1-2 of Havertz. We're forced backwards. They've basically got 10, 11 players behind the ball. We won't make out the group. Imagine 6 years in the Europa League and we end up third in the Champions League group and go back into the Europa League. It would be crazy. Ah, dear. Get that couch, pen and pad ready for some fun. Honestly, we cannot be losing. We can't be drawing. Even a draw is a defeat at this stage. Here's Martinelli. Can we equalise before half-time? 6 minutes to go till the break. There has to be a reaction. We need a goal. Forced backwards again. We end up having to recycle, end up going back. Partey's in possession. Ben says, Xhaka, come back. Oh, my days. How are Spurs playing better than us? Yeah, they've lost their best player. But listen, I'm sure we'll click eventually, but this has got to stop. And we lose the ball. Tete will clear it. Partey right back, cutting inside. Please help. Yo, Big C, if we don't get any silverware this season, should Arteta be moved on? Possibly, yeah. Like, how long do we have to wait? It depends, don't it? If he finished second and didn't win a trophy, but I don't know, man. Yeah, imagine Partey playing inverted against Vinicius Jr. Good luck. We had a shot. We've had a long shot at last. Didn't do anything, though. McLovin said, wait for phase 5. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for it. 5 minutes until half-time. We need an equaliser. We need an equaliser before half-time, 100%, because this ain't working. If we can get an equaliser before half-time, then we're back in it. And we've scored 1-1, but it looks like it might have been ruled out. Is this offside? Is this offside, people? Arsenal have equalised, but it looks as if it could be offside. I think he's off. I think he's offside. Is that going to count? It's not. It's off, I believe. Offside, man. Havertz got the assist as well, was it? Typical Arsenal. Typical Arsenal. We score and it's offside. They did a VAR check. They've got to get Gabriel Jesus on in that second half. Yeah, he looks off. Ah, dear me. Finally get an assist and it's off. The crazy thing about that goal, it's such a great finish. But, and I'm not taking anything away from him. Did he even mean to play it to Odegaard? Like, I'm not, honestly, people say you're doing him dirty here. It didn't even look like he was meaning to play it to him. Listen, I don't mind the run that he makes. Yeah, he's standing in an offside position. He's turning around. It's one of them. He looked off. That's why I never reacted. He looked offside straight away. But hey, it is what it is. Darren Bent on Soccer Saturday saying Havertz is playing poor. And he's an Arsenal fan as well. Here's Robinson on the ball for Fulham. He looked a couple yards offside, which is why I didn't even react to the goal. It was a great finish from Odegaard, but he looked offside from the moment he got the ball. He was turning around and everything. Nah, that wasn't on, bro. He was way off. 3 minutes till half time. Make sure you smash the like video on this. Let's get 3,000 likes. There's nearly 4,000 of you in the chat. Big up Diego with the super chat. Big up Big C. How are we still experimenting with formations on the third game day of the season? Should have done it in pre-season. You know whether it works or not. If it works, run with it. If it don't, leave it alone. We're doing it during the season. Crazy. Typical Havertz. He was clearly offside. Here's Saka on the right. Can we get an equalizer? We need one. This is not good, people. Going in at half-time, potentially a goal down. Man United have equalised, apparently, against Forest 2-2. So we're in this boat by ourselves of losing at the moment, which is absolutely disgraceful that we are losing this game. We shouldn't be. We should be winning. We shouldn't be struggling at home against a team like this who lost 3-0 last week. It's a goal kick to Arsenal at the moment. 4 minutes till half time. Who scored for Man United? The second goal. Is it 2-2? Somebody said in the comments that it was 2-2. I'm trying to see now. Is it 2-2? Might not be. Might not be 2-2. Is it 2-2, people? Let me know. I thought, oh no, they're still losing 2-1. Somebody just said 2-2, fake score. No, it's still 2-1. I can't even enjoy the fact they're losing because we're losing, so it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's still 2-1, right? Would you make any changes at half-time, people? For me, you just go to 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1. Go Ben White right back, bring Gabriel on. Who would you take off? You've got to take Havertz off, really, unless you're playing him up front. You've either got to take off Havertz or Trossard and play one of them up front and one of them comes off. I think you'd probably take Havertz off. Saka's having a poor game, but there's no way he'll take him off. Corner to Arsenal. Come on, please. This has been absolutely shocking. Leno's got a clean sheet, says Dre. Make it make sense. Sold Martinez to keep Leno. Sold Leno to keep Ramsdale. Now Ramsdale could be getting replaced by Rail. Make it make sense, people. Corner to Arsenal. Can we get a goal? We're in the 45th minute. It's been a shocking first half. Saka whips it in. The rain is pouring as well now. We know Odegaard, he's no good in the rain. He needs the sunshine out. And Fulham clear it. We've been boring. We've been boring. Honestly, absolutely boring. We are... It's amazing how we can spend all that money and not look better. Timber injury has hurt us. Shoehorning Havertz into the team. We should basically have the same team as last year, but Rice is in for Xhaka and keep it moving. But, hey, it is what it is. Let's see. Can we get a goal in time added on, people? Ty's blaming the rain. Big up, Ty. It is torrential rain. I can't even lie. It's very heavy, but no excuse. Perfect weather to take long shots in, people. Skiddy surface, but we don't hardly ever shoot. They've done a number on Saka. I can't even lie, man. Saka's having a tough game out there. He's not getting past... He's struggling to get past people. They're doubling up on him the whole time. It's poor. It is not good to watch. 2 minutes added on. We got 30 seconds to go. Chelsea fans told you about Havertz. We knew it already. We knew what we were signing. We all clung to the fact of some YouTube videos of him at Leverkusen when he was balling. Half-time whistle goes. Absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace. Let's get the half-time tweet ready. I'm not interested in the excuses today. Not interested. Has to go back to the previous system. This is not working. Poor first half. Absolutely shocking. I'm so glad I'm not at that game. Pressure's on. Got to win that. We got to win this game. Absolutely shocking first half. Shocking. We look short of idea. Yeah, it was aggressive typing, you're right. I was hitting them buttons with power and aggression. Awful. Absolutely awful. Like, what are we meant to do as Arsenal fans with that first 45 minutes? All you can do with that is put it in the bin. You can't even pretend it didn't happen because we're losing. I would actually be, well, I wouldn't be okay, but if it was 0-0, we've got a small mountain to climb here. Elwood said, how's the ref been? I can't blame the ref. Nothing really substantial has happened. That's the ref's fault. But I don't want to start clinging to blaming referees. The ref, I haven't noticed him. We've been absolutely awful in that first half. Now, don't get me wrong. You can pull up stats. 72% possession to 28. 4 shots on target. 3 shots off target. 4 corners. We've been dominant. The only stat that counts is, what's the score? We're losing 1-0. 72% possession means nothing to me if you can't punish the opposition. We have been awful. We've been awful. And I don't understand it. I don't understand what's going on. How do you finish second, spend 210 million, and then look totally disjointed and out of place? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. The players, we are playing like it's pre-season. Like we're trying to figure out how to play. It makes no sense. The second game, the last game of the pre-season tour, the third game against Barcelona, I'm sure many of you watched it. I remember coming away from that game thinking, we are cooking this season. We are absolutely cooking. The football looked fantastic. We've then come back, tried to do all sorts of crazy things, and now we look a mess. People go, yeah, but we won the first 2 games. You think you can sustain that? You think we can play like that against better opposition? Because we can't. And Fulham aren't even the better opposition. Fulham are bang average. Fulham are bang average. They're going to be in a relegation battle this season. And they're 1-0 up. And they had another chance that nearly went in. We need to... This manager... I've tried to keep quiet about him for a while because we had a good season last year, right? That should have probably led to us winning the league. But what is happening at the moment to this team is unacceptable. It's unnecessary. You're just trying to look clever. You don't need to look clever, right? You don't need to do all of this. You don't need... And I'll say it as it is, people. I don't care if I'll give him time. Give Havertz time. He can have as much time as he wants. Sit him down on the bench and play him when he needs to play. You've signed David Raya, but you haven't put him straight in the team. Why? Because at the moment, you feel like he doesn't need to go straight in. He might have to soon, but you feel like he doesn't need to go straight in. Arsenal's team had a good system. We played quick. We created chances. We scored lots of goals. It worked. You didn't need to change the system to fit one player into the team. It's affecting other players. We look worse than last season. It doesn't have to. We can change it very simply. Today, we've got a centre-back at left-back. We've got a centre midfielder at right-back. We've got last year's right-back at centre-back next to last year's centre-back. Doesn't make sense. You've brought Declan Rice in, who's playing lone 6 because Partey's chasing around at right-back. You've got Odegaard in attacking midfield next to Havertz. Havertz is non-existent. Big up Jay Dizzle. Partey at right-back needs to stop. Havertz non-existent. Saka's having a stinker, but he won't get taken off. Starboy tax. Got no competition. Can do what he wants. Martinelli's getting kicked around on the left. And Trossard's up front, not really getting the ball. We've been terrible. We've been awful. We look disjointed. And I blame it solely on the manager. Simple and plain. We can talk about Havertz. He doesn't pick himself. He didn't sign himself. We can talk about Partey at right back. No one in their right mind would put him at right back inverted. You do that next week against Man United, Rashford will tear him to bits. And Man United are losing 2-1 to Forest. They're no better. I do not understand. People can come in and say, oh, you're overreacting. We've won our first 2 games. I'm not interested. Not interested. We look poor. Last season, I said, I believe for 3/4 of that season, we were the best team to watch in the Premier League last season. Even better than Man City for me. We were more exciting. We were quicker. Don't get me wrong, that last quarter of the season, City kicked into gear and showed what they're about. And we couldn't cope. We started to crumble when Saliba got injured. But we were fantastic to watch last season. Build on that, improve on certain players, and build on that system. There's nothing wrong with having a plan B, but you've made plan B plan A. It doesn't make no sense. He's made plan B plan A. Work with your plan A because it works. Go to plan B if plan A doesn't work. It doesn't make sense to me. It does not make sense. I'm so frustrated watching this. It feels unnecessary. And, you know, it ain't for everyone. I told you, people, this channel ain't for everyone. Because some of you will go in the comments and go, oh, it's reactionary, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not. We want the best for the team. We're playing awful. We're at home to Fulham, and we're struggling to break them down. We've conceded after a minute and a half. We've embarrassed ourselves today with that goal. It's not a good goal. If they tear us apart and score a belter, sometimes you have to put your hands up and say, what a goal that is. The goal is totally unavoidable. Do you ever see Manchester City concede a goal like we conceded today? That is embarrassing. That is Sunday League amateur football level what we did there. We need to fix up. We're supposed to be trying to win the league. All that finishing 8th, finishing 5th, just trying to get top 4, that's done. We're past that phase, that part of the process, whatever. We're trying to win the league, compete for the league. We look completely disjointed. It is not working. It's not helping the team. Go back to what worked and build from there. We created the base. Tarun said, stop comparing us to City. Well, ain't that the team we're trying to catch? Is that not the team we're trying to catch? I'm not saying play exactly like City are playing, am I? I'm saying we need to play how we played last season because it worked. This ain't working. I'm talking about if you're trying to catch City, you've got to try and equal them or finish above them. Playing like this, we ain't going to finish above them. It's as simple as that. We can all see it. Stevie Wonder can see that we're playing rubbish. We look disjointed. We look like this is pre-season and we're experimenting. It's Dexter's laboratory again. I've said it for the last 2 weeks. It is Dexter's laboratory. It stinks. It stinks, people. I think Trossard should be benched. Listen, our attack, we haven't looked good in attack. Anyway, let me get into some of your super chats. We're over here experimenting against a club we shouldn't be doing it against, says Alberto. Listen, I'm going to say it. I think it's arrogance from the manager. I think it's arrogance. People going, yeah, but he can afford to. He doesn't need to play with 4 at the back against Fulham. He can afford to go with an extra midfielder. That's a very arrogant approach. And eventually, you will become unstuck. Because let's face it, we could have drawn with Palace on Monday. We could have drawn with Forest. We haven't dominated them games in terms of the numbers. We haven't scored a lot of goals. So, I think it's disrespectful. Marco Silva's a very good manager. So, big up to Alberto. Big up David, who said we keep it 100. This is all on Arteta. What a mess. It's all on Arteta. Sniper Scope, done with this Dexter's laboratory. Possession does nothing. You know, what are we going to do? Celebrate 72% possession? I'm not interested. Put the ball in the net. Jay Dizzle, party at right back needs to stop. Doesn't work. Big up to you. Abracadabra, my new potion, said Eros. Give us something that works, bro, please. Vegas Gunner, Arteta lost the plot, moving Partey outside and wasting that money on Havertz. Inexperienced manager. Again, trying to do too much. Trying to look too clever. Matt said, so Arteta's really pushing the Partey right back agenda. Listen, Partey can't be enjoying that either, man. He must be going home after games saying, what is going on? I don't want to play here. Dinershen said Arteta thinks he is Pep with Havertz as 8, Partey at right back. B-Tech Pep, man. Pep off wish. Kian said, I just ordered the 3rd kit online yesterday. Now seeing this, I regret ordering it. 28-day money-back guarantee, bro. Send that Ras back. Canadian Gooner. Shoehorn FC, no Havertz agenda. He's just crap. I mean, I can't. I'm trying to be positive, but yeah, he's stinking. He's stinking the place out again. He's doing nothing. Kanara said the first 2 games was the recipe for the first half disaster. Not good. We all can see why can't he? Big up Canaris. Big up Alberto. Again, we're supposed to be in a title race. We need to play better with the correct lineup. 100%. C Guna, straight facts, Big C. We're taught the things, man. It ain't for everyone, people. You know what I mean? We're speaking cold, hard facts. Other channels are available. They'll dress it up. They'll, you know, we'll make it nice and soft. Oh, it's early in the season. No, bond that. Bond that. These games count. Because when you add it all up at the end of the season, game 1, 2, 3, 4, 35, 36, 37, people think it's all right to go through the motions early in the season. Oh, it's only the first game. So, no, forget that. Handle business from day one. Show people we're serious. Arteta's got to earn his bread today. He's made a mistake. Now he needs to fix it. What's there to say? What Arteta will stick with this system. He's too stubborn. Said, what's there to say? He needs to stop it, you know. Jorge lose and Arteta will say how much he loves them. Yeah, I love them more than I did yesterday. But on all of that, Gorav said we need a striker, please. Well, our best striker's on the bench, but he's not fully fit, is he? Gabby, Jesus, would you make any changes at half-time, people? Peely said, I'm done. Arteta out. Put Havertz at right back. Put him on the bench, my friend. Thierry and Nketiah, we need you. Listen, we might need Eddie to come on. That's how crazy it is. But listen, stop comparing us to Man City. We are snuggly beasts, says Taron. Arteta can't handle pressure. Now we expect him to challenge City, and he is crumbling. Is Curtis a top gooner? I think not. Top gooners, they say. Top gooners on Twitter. You can't argue with them. They defend the club no matter what. Best right winger getting pocketed by Robinson. If only we had a right winger on the bench who could come on for him and maybe do something. If only. You know, Kudus going to West Ham. Pepe sitting in his house doing nothing. I tell you what, the way Saka played first half, I'd rather have Pepe coming on with 20 minutes to go. What does ESR have to do to get a run around, by the way? Brother can't get a kick. Looked sharp in pre-season, won the Euros, can't get a kick. You know, I'd rather Smith Rowe play in the 8 role than Havertz. One of our own. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. We're at 1.2k likes. Big up the community for the support. This second half's going to be stressful. This second half's going to be stressful because I want to see this manager earn his wage. Havertz is trending on Twitter, which tells you it's not going to be good. Some people defending him. The Havertz agenda is disgusting. This incredible pass from Havertz. It's a bad pass, as you can imagine. I mean, even James is saying get Havertz off, and he's one of the calmest guys you'll ever meet. Not happening for a number of people on the pitch. Piers Morgan says take off Havertz. Yeah, listen. There's no way on earth that he deserves the blame for what's happening in that first half. Not at all. But it feels like because of him, we're in this situation. But it's the manager's fault. It's all on the manager. It's all on the manager. The system isn't working. Show us that you're a big enough, brave enough manager to admit that you're wrong and change it back to what was working. Arteta needs to fix this. Honestly, he needs to fix this. You cannot be drawing to Fulham at home. Blaming the rain on AFTV. If Ty's there, he'll blame the rain. Havertz has unbalanced the whole team 100%. There's no doubt. That's not me saying he's a bad player. That's not me saying there's an agenda. When we signed Kai Havertz, I said you've got 2 options. You either play him where Martin Odegaard plays or you play him up front. And that's the way that I think you can get something out of him. If you're trying to squeeze him in next to him, it ain't going to work, and it hasn't worked. And it ain't working. Why are you ignoring talking about Trossard's performance? He hasn't played well. It's as simple as that. Nobody. Who has played well in the attack? Havertz? No. Saka? Saka's been awful. Martinelli? No. Trossard? No. Odegaard's tried to make things happen, but he can't. He's tried. He had a shot. He's got on the ball. Ain't happening. Ain't happening for none of us. Players coming back on the pitch. It looks like the same 11. Eddie Nketiah's on. Eddie Nketiah's on. And it looks... Oh, he's took Trossard off, hasn't he? He's took Trossard off for Eddie. He couldn't wait, could he? He couldn't wait. He could not wait, people. Second half's underway. He could not wait. I'm telling you now. Oh, dear. He couldn't wait. He brings Eddie on for Trossard. And Havertz is still on the pitch. I'm telling you now, people. This is why I say information and entertainment. You need a personality to support Arsenal. You need a sense of humour. He could not wait, could he? He said, right, that's it. 45 minutes. Eddie, you're on, mate. Trossard, get off. Dragged him off in disgust. Get off, Trossard. You make me sick. Havertz continue ghosting, you know. He could not wait. Wow. I mean, listen. I'm going to say one thing. Eddie will probably play better than Trossard because we haven't done anything up front. At least he's going to run around, but he just could not wait, could he? And there was no way Havertz was going to come off because he can stroll around the pitch doing nothing and it's seen as acceptable. He better do something. That's all I'm saying, Havertz. Thierry Nketiah, we need you. I read that one. Getting top 4 last season don't mean nothing. You have to consistently do it 5 seasons in a row. Arsenal getting ahead of themselves, says Ghost Steel. Sportback Boys said, watch everyone be subbed at half-time, but Havertz, exactly what you said. Canadian Gooner, Postecoglou would get more out of these players. Alex says, he's a new member. Big up yourself, Alex Kit. Welcome to the community. Where else? I'm not ready for Rashford versus Partey, said Mulliken. No, I do not want to see that. Big up to you. Fabricator, I'm stuck in traffic. Don't know whether the game on or the mobile phone reception is the bigger crap. Good start to the weekend. We have got to win this game. And David says, Coman music. Well, here we are. There's all the super chats. We're up to date. Let's just hope. That's all we can do right now. Let's just hope. Trossard might be the scapegoat. I mean, Trossard has a great preseason. Does well every game he plays. Has 45 quiet minutes. Didn't play well, but didn't get enough of the ball. Havertz didn't play well. Saka didn't play well. And Trossard gets dragged off at half-time in disgust. Get off that pitch. You make me sick. Havertz, keep doing what you're doing, mate. Listen, this is a massive 45 minutes for Mikel Arteta. I'm telling you now. It's a big 45 minutes. We have got to get out of that stadium with 3 points in our back pocket. Otherwise, there is meltdowns pending. I'm telling you now, people, because this is unacceptable and it's unnecessary. But let's see. Let's start this second half better and see what happens. Saka was poor in that first half. Hope and pray, businessman. Hope and pray, shine any light my way. Hope and pray. Mavado settings. Mavado would have played better than Saka in that first half, I tell you. Stadium roof leaking. Repair money went on Havertz. It's crazy. Big up Shibe in the chat. Just reached 4.5k in here, locked in. Big up the Twitch gang as well. 58 of you on Twitch. Make sure you hit the likes. Big up everyone who's voted Football Content Awards. And let's just hope we get the 3 points. I wonder if the stadium is leaking again, because a lot of the front row seats are empty. And that's where it tends to leak and all the fans move out of the way. Is it leaking? Is that why they've moved? Or is it because they haven't come back from, maybe getting food at half time? I'm not sure. Thomas Partey on the ball for Arsenal. We need an early goal. The longer this half goes on, it's danger. Danger! Man said at least Mavado would shoot on sight. Yeah, for real, man. Saka's too predictable. Bring Ivan Toney to the carpet. Let's hope so, man. I'm not sure Arteta can deal with Ivan Toney, but he's got to do something. If Gabriel Jesus is fit enough, he's got to come on soon, that is for sure. But then Eddie's gone up front, so Jesus probably won't come on. It's Saliba on the ball for Arsenal. Can we get a goal in the first 10, 15 minutes, man? We need to give ourselves some hope. Odegaard, right-hand side. Can we create a big opportunity? It goes out for a goal kick. I need to stay positive because I'm so frustrated at the moment. it's difficult for me to believe that we're going to win this game, but we're getting the ball so much. You would like to think that we're going to create some big chances in this half. Sub Saka for Gabriel Jesus. He can play on the right. Saka keeps playing like this. He needs to get subbed off. I don't care how big his reputation is. You can't get away with this. Big C, watch when Traore comes on. Hey, listen, it could get worse. Traore against Nketiah with that 99 pace. It's not nice. Here's Martinelli. Honestly, just give me a 2-1 victory now. I know I said 3-0. I'm not interested. This doesn't need to be no big victory. Give me any kind of win. A scrappy, horrible 2-1, I will take it. Anything less than a win, and I'm honestly, please, just win the game. Keep it moving. Our roof's like our defence. It's leaky. 99 baby oil coming on with Traore. Here's Declan Rice, middle of the pitch. Arsenal dominating the ball. Assassin Curtis. Some fans on Twitter telling other fans to be patient with Havertz. Why was there no patience with Pepe? Hypocrisy for 60 million and 260 grand a week. De Zerbi would win the league. Mad Mick. Lukic has the ball for Fulham. Plays over the top, goes out for a goal kick. I'd take an equalizer and a scammy pen at the end. Yeah, I don't care. Any kind of victory will do right now. Arteta's sitting there in his rain jacket. Here's Bobby Reed for Fulham. Ramsdale gets it back. And Arsenal have the ball back. The Community Shield curse is real, says Theo. Havertz is genuinely worse than Fabio Vieira, says Rami. Big up Black in the cut. He said, this manager is confusing everyone around him. Big up for the super chat, bro. Here's Rice on the ball. It's just slow, innit? We're trying to increase the speed, but we're just not free-flowing at the moment. I think Arsenal, like GJB is saying, we need to start shooting from the edge of the box. We're looking for the perfect goal all the time. Here's Odegaard. Middle of the Fulham half. Arsenal dominating possession. Defenders are pushed up high into the Fulham half, but this weather should suit our play. Actually, you know, it's wet. We can shoot. We can move the ball quickly. We should be able to, you know, increase the speed of the game, which I think they'll struggle with if we can do that. We just got to create a good chance. Man United have equalised, people, 2-2. We're the only ones out here now embarrassing ourselves. They were 2-0 down. We were 1-0 down. Sort this mess out. That equaliser gets me more angry. What are we doing? What is Havertz doing on this pitch? Get him off. Awful. 65 million. Honestly, if we lose this game, some of the tweets are going to be brutal, honestly. Casemiro equalised for Man United. Their DM, who they play in DM, by the way. Ours is at right back. Make it make sense. Yeah, listen, I'm not going as far as Arteta out. I'm not saying that. Might be thinking it a little bit, but no, I'm being honest. This is very frustrating, though. It's very frustrating. At the moment, I just want to see a substitution that gives us more balance. At least Eddie's making himself active up front. But yeah, Havertz was offside again. Listen, he's making runs. But yeah, he's got to watch the line. That's the second time. Who do you take him off for now is the question. How do we find the shape? You possibly would take him off for... If he's staying with the same formation, I would actually put Smith Rowe in that role, in that 8 role. Then you can go with the front three, Saka, Martinelli and Nketiah. Or you take Saka off for Jesus, something like that. I think Arsenal are going to have to get Jesus on the pitch, even if he's not fully fit. He's our best striker. This is not good enough. Bobby Reed on the ball. I cannot believe we haven't even equalised yet. Not even equalised. We've got a mountain to climb here. Rice, Odegaard and Partey. That should be the midfield. Man said AFTV out. Nah, you can't blame them, man. You can't blame them. It's this is on the manager. This is on the manager. Putting a real left back. Well, we just sent one on a plane to Spain. Fulham have possession at the back. Diop, they're playing it around. Is he going to make a change, Arteta? 65 million down the toilet. You've got to get ESR and Gabriel Jesus on for me. They're the two obvious ones. He probably won't do that. He'll bring on Fabio or someone else. I blame Cecil twerking for Havertz. Says Dre. Zinchenko's coming on. Well, at least we might go back to the relative shape. And he'll get on the ball a lot more as well. Zinni coming on. Who's he going to take off? Zinchenko is coming on, people. He is on, in fact. I didn't even see who came off. Who came off? Who just came off for him? I actually didn't even see him come on there. Partey off. Or is it Havertz? Who actually came off? I totally missed him coming on. Fabio. I just said, innit? I knew it was going to be Fabio. It was so obvious. So obvious he was going to do that. He loves him. Absolutely loves him. If ever there was a day for Fabio Vieira to make himself a hero, today is that day. You score a goal and all is forgiven. Fabio, of course, comes on. We've made... it's a corner. Thomas Partey got dragged. But the corner to Arsenal. Martinelli to take it. Gets put at right back. What do you expect him to do? You know. Here's Odegaard on the ball anyway. At least Havertz has been dragged. You know what? I won't even notice Havertz being off the pitch. Because on the pitch I didn't notice him anyway. He's took him off in the, 55th, 56th minute there. It tells you everything. He's not happy with him. You know. That's your signing, bro. That's your signing. At least Fabio will try and get on the ball. I'll tell you one player who must be sitting there right now is Emile Smith-Rowe. He must be thinking, my time at Arsenal is all over the place because he looks sharp in pre-season. He's come through our system. He wins the under-21 Euros and he can't get a kick. He can't get a kick. Here's Ben White on the ball for Arsenal. Come on. We need to win. I don't care who's on the pitch at this point. Just win the game 2-1 and get out of there. And we'll deal with Man United next week, hopefully, you know, and go back to the normal system. You're taking off Partey is harsh because Partey's going to say, I don't even play in that position. I haven't had a bad game there, but I'm not a specialist there, and you've dragged him off. You know, it's a bit harsh. It's a bit harsh, but ESR will probably go on loan. Wolves are winning 1-0 apparently. I think they're playing Everton. I'm not even sure. To be honest, I'm not interested in any score at the moment apart from us because I can't enjoy any score when we're getting beat. We're actually losing people, which is wild. It's absolutely wild that we are not winning, not even drawing at the moment. Brentford beating Palace 1-0, United's 2-2. And we're obviously still a goal down. Lukic on the ball for Fulham. I would leave if I was ESR, says Carl. He's definitely being mistreated. Tell me this, Ed. Havertz reminds me of a deeper opposite-footed Shamak. Here's Raul Jimenez for Fulham. We still got to make sure, listen, if we concede another goal, it's pretty much game over, so we have to make sure we don't concede as well. They're not getting forward much. Two Pistols said this got 1-1 written all over it. ESR should be sold, said Raul. I wouldn't sell him. You got to give him a chance, man. He hasn't had a chance this season, you know. But big up to Osman, who said, in my opinion, this new system isn't good enough to win the Prem. Abdullah said, you take Saka off, we lose this game. Saka's one of them players. He's built such a big reputation that some players are that good, even when they're not playing well. The manager's always going to think, well, you know, he can do something to win the game for us, even when he's not playing well. And Saka is now one of them players at Arsenal. But this, yeah, we've got to get a win out of this. If we draw this game, I think it feels like a defeat. If you're trying to win a title, you can't be saying Fulham at home is acceptable to drop points. There's already 15 minutes gone, people. I am genuinely panicking. I can't believe we haven't equalised yet. We're not even creating big chances. Fulham goal kick at the moment. He's made some changes, Arteta. They haven't made much of a difference as yet. Smith Rowe is not on the pitch. Jesus is not on the pitch. They're the two I would have brought on. He's brought on Zinchenko and Fabio Vieira. Took off Partey and... took off Thomas Partey and Kai Havertz. I don't know what system we're playing at the moment. B-Dub said, I'm telling you, Arteta is getting sacked by Christmas. I can't see it. I think they're too loved up on him. Even the defending at the back there just before, you know, panicky passes. The goalkeeper's having to head the ball out. We just look nervous. Saka has struggled so much against this Robinson, which is crazy. Arsenal speed up, guys. Do your magic. We need to lift it up a level. Guna ER said we will be in the Europa League very quick. Fulham have the ball. Fulham just score again and done this game. I've had enough, said Dre. This would be a disaster. Make no mistake about it. This would be a disaster early in the season. To drop points at home to Fulham. You know, transfer window open. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Charles Watt's about to write a book about Arteta. Yeah, I'm not sure what about. I'm really not sure why he wrote a book. What is there to talk about, really? We can talk about the FA Cup and not much else. But hey, it is what it is. 62 minutes gone, people. Can Arsenal get back into this game? They are not at it today. That is for sure. There's an injury to Pereira, the Fulham midfielder, who's having a good game, to be honest. He's back up now and plays back underway. Look at the positives. That's Arteta's last season for Arsenal. I mean, Mancini's out of work at the moment. Apparently, he's been offered millions to go to Saudi. But listen, Arteta needs to prove now. People tell me all the time how big and good a manager this guy is. The guy needs to prove it now. You know, you've had a long time. We conceded after 90 seconds. We've had, you know, nearly all game to react to this. I need to see an equalizer at least. Give us a chance. Here's Odegaard, right-hand side for Arsenal. 27 minutes to go to get back into this game. Still plenty of time. But if we carry on playing like this, it ain't going to happen. You know, they need to do something and do something quick. Otherwise, it's panic stations. I'm just so surprised we haven't even equalised yet. I honestly thought with them scoring so early, no panic, you know, we'll score quickly. And at the moment, I'm starting to panic. I definitely am. Fulham starting to make changes. Here's Martinelli, right-hand side. Good play with Odegaard. Can we get... Oh, we don't get a shot off at the end of it. And Wilson clears. I'm starting to have that horrible feeling that the goal isn't going to happen. We need to equalise soon. We need to at least give ourselves like 20 minutes to find a winner. 4,000 of you in the chat, people. Make sure you like the video. Let's get at least 3,000 likes. Subscribe if you haven't already. Big up the Twitch gang as well. Big up the whole C unit. This has been a tough ask. A tough watch, should I say. It's been a really bad watch. Green said it's the Thunder. Maybe the Thunder and Lightning get the game abandoned and we'll start it again next week because this is not good. Paulinho has the ball. the sad thing is with Havertz, what they're going to do, they're going to go, that's 1 game, that's 2 games, that's 3 games, that's 4 games, that's 5. That's now 3 games for Kai Havertz. No goal, no assist, doesn't look particularly lively, and you know, there's going to be things, there's going to be negativity coming from everywhere. I genuinely think next week Mikel Arteta needs to take him out of the firing line just to take some of the pressure off him and give him an opportunity to ease his way into this club, you know, and just go back to the system that we were set with last season. Big up someone else with the 2 super stickers. Appreciate that, bro. Big up. But let's hope. Listen, we've got to get back in the game. We've got to get back in the game. We need to score ASAP. Eddie's on the pitch. He'll put the work in. Can we create a chance? Declan Rice on the ball. The time's going so quick. 25 minutes to go. Zinchenko, left-hand side. If we can score, for me, in the next 10 minutes, I'm still confident we win the game. You know, give ourselves 15 minutes to get that winner. This is where we need to see leadership. Rice, you were brought in for this. Zinchenko. We've got experienced players in there now. Odegaard. We've got to build up and win this game. You can't just feel sorry for yourself. Come on. Rice finds Martinelli, left-hand side. Chance for Arsenal. Can we get an equalizer? Here is Martinelli. Good ball out to him. He's just been called up to the Brazil squad, of course. He goes down. It could be a penalty. Could be a penalty to Arsenal here. It could be a penalty. That's got to be a pen. I think they're doing a VAR check. Is this a penalty? Is the penalty going to be given? Please, we need this. I'm just thinking, if this penalty is given, who would take it? It'll be Odegaard, won't it? Odegaard took the last one. It's looking like, is he going to give it? Please just give it us. Is he going to give us a pen? I think it's been given. Penalty to Arsenal. Yes. Come on. It will be... Nah, not Fabio Vieira. It will be Martin Odegaard to take the penalty. It's a clear pen. Penalty's been given. And it will be Martin Odegaard. I think they're asking for a red card as well. Surely Saka won't take it. Odegaard scored a penalty on Monday. It's got to be Martin Odegaard. This is behind the sofa settings. I can't lie. I did say we needed to score. And fair play Fabio Vieira, who wins the penalty. Down that left-hand side. Good little ball from Martinelli. It's not a red card. There's obviously players on the cover. So, yeah, there's no reason to send him off, if I'm being totally honest. Even though I'd like to see him get sent off, of course. And can we hold our nerve? Now, Saka's got the ball, but Saka did the same thing on Monday. He held the ball, which people do now, and then they give it to Odegaard. Here we go. Penalty to Arsenal. We need to score this. Saka looks as if he's going to take it, which is crazy. Come on. We have to score this. It'll give us enough time. I can't believe Saka's taking it. He's at home. He's feeling it. He's saying, yo, it's me. If he doesn't score, my head's gone. Honestly, it's end the stream. He has to score this. Against Leno as well, by the way. I'm very scared. We're all scared. We're nervous. It's Bukayo Saka. Against Leno, former Arsenal player. There's a slight delay. We have to equalise now. We're not going to get a better chance than this. Saka against Leno, former teammate. It's in! It's in the back of the net! And Bukayo Saka scores! Get in there! I tell you what, that is a massive penalty. That takes some bravery, Bukayo Saka. Get in there! 1-1. Bukayo Saka scores. That is a big and that is a brave penalty. Considering Odegaard scored on Monday and we are back in the game, people. Get in there. Good penalty as well. And we need to go on and win this game now. That is for sure. 1-1, people. 1-1. Bukayo Saka. The ref was really delaying him there as well on that one, which was frustrating. Was making me even more nervous. Saka scores the penalty. They must just go off the feeling. Sometimes as a player, you think, listen, it's my day, man. I'll score this. Don't worry about it. And you see Reed there was trying to put him off in the penalty area. But listen, well done, Fabio Vieira. He won the penalty, made a good run down the line. Good ball by Martinelli. Game on, 20 minutes to go. It was a brave penalty. I personally thought Odegaard should have took it, having scored on Monday. And he sent him the wrong way, whipped it into the bottom corner. What I like as well when he scored the penalty, don't run around celebrating, bro. We're not happy with a draw. Put that in the corner, grab the ball, keep it moving. Jay Blue said Fabio's better than Havertz. Big up Sammy Boy said Curtis Shaw is the GOAT. I agree with that. I'll go along with that. Game on now, people. Game on. Rice just removing a Fulham player. I think it was Bobby Reed, wasn't it? He was trying to put him off. We've got to go and win this game now. We've got to go and win it. Let's go and get the second and win this game. It's as simple as that. I said earlier on, I'll take a scrappy 2-1. The performance, as you always want a performance and the victory. The performance is out the window now. We haven't played well. The greased up turkey's on the pitch, which makes me nervous. The greased up turkey is on the pitch. So pace in abundance, people. Pace in abundance, which is not good. Not good, by the way. He is very, very quick. So we'll have to see with that one. But Fabio Vieira came on, won the penalty. Leno has the ball. And Wilson came off. We have to win now. 18 minutes to go to win this game. Let's make sure we get the 3 points. Big up to everyone locked in. 4.5K locked in. Here come Arsenal. Goal for Arsenal! Arsenal have scored! Get in there! Yes! It's 2-1 to Arsenal! Arsenal have taken the lead! Yes! Eddie Nketiah with the goal. Hey, listen, man. He's got credit on the phone at the moment, people. He's definitely got a lot more than Kai Havertz, that is for sure. Eddie Nketiah makes it 2-1. That's what he came on the pitch for. Get in there. I tell you something. I've always rated that lad. I don't know what you've heard, but I've always rated him. Eddie Murphy was a compliment. It wasn't a criticism. He's an award-winning actor. Eddie Nketiah makes it 2-1 to Arsenal. What a turnaround. Fair play to Arteta. He brought him on. That's what he was there for. Your defense is in trouble and Nketiah's in the room. Shameless settings. I don't care, people. We needed that. Fabio with the assist. Fabio has changed the game. Eddie with the goal. Fabio with the assist. Fair play. Fair play. Look, Fabio's done more in 20 minutes than Havertz has done in the last hour. Simple as that. No messing around. He's done more. So, what a ball as well, by the way, from Fabio. Lovely ball. Fabio deserves his flowers. It's like the ref. What was the ref trying to do? Disallow the goal or so? Axel Foley settings, man. Let's get an Eddie Murphy gif up. It always works. Eddie Murphy. Eddie with the goal. Fair play to him. Hey, Fabio Vieira. He's getting full names after that. What a ball that is by Fabio Vieira. What a touch by Saka. Oh, that was the one before where they were showing the penalty. But yeah, Fabio. Why were they trying to complain? Were they saying he was offside? Look at Fabio. Can he pick him out? Holds the run. Eddie, that's a... Oh, what a goal that is, man. That is a fantastic goal, by the way. Absolutely brilliant ball in. It's a great finish. Listen, man. Fair play to you, Eddie, man. I can't... This is what I always say, man. When man do that, I'll shut myself up. Humble pie will get put in the oven. What a ball. What a ball. What a ball in. Absolutely brilliant ball in. Yeah, their manager's going crazy. Got a yellow card. Fulham are still on the attack, though. We've got to be careful. Listen, Eddie's home record, you're right. His home record is really, really good. I feel so much better now. Feel so much better, man. That was not nice. Can we get the third? Here's Bobby Reed on the attack. Still got 15 minutes to go. Eddie, listen. I always say I'm a reflection of what I see. If you play bad, I'm going to say you played bad. If you play good, I'm going to say you played good. That is an outstanding finish. Someone just said in the comments, that's an Ian Wright kind of finish. Movement in the penalty area and just slot in. I love the ball in from Fabio. Great ball. Picks him out. Bernardo Silva-esque kind of pass. He put Fabio's life in danger. Where's the red card, says Usman. Simon said, Eddie loves the Emirates. 13 goals in 15 starts at home. Angela said, apologise to my boy Vieira, you fraud. I want a green screen tomorrow. Hey, we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Big up Angela. Big up Aiden. Vieira saw Havertz and said, there can only be one flop and it ain't me. Vieira said, listen, man, you're even worse than I was playing. Fabio green screen setting, says Kevin. Big up yourself and big up Brio. Havertz wouldn't make that pass. He'd probably be offside. And Idris said, Eddie has changed the game 100%. Give them their flowers. 100. I'm always open to, changing my mind, people. I'm a reflection of what I see. Eddie's come on and potentially scored the winner. What a great finish. Fabio has been excellent. I'm delighted for him. I hope he scores now as well. Go and put one in the top corner. Here is Fabio Vieira. Maybe he's enjoying the rain, Maybe the rain is infusing him. Big up Michael with a super chat. Did we pay 65 million for Havertz to wake up Vieira and make him look like a world-class player? Maybe. Maybe we did. Manchester United have taken the lead against Forest, which is frustrating. They were 2-0 down. And they're now 3-2 up. But, I'd rather we're winning than anything else. That's the main thing. I am disappointed. I would have liked Forest to have at least got a point off Manchester United. Who scored the third goal? It was... Oh, they've had a red card as well, Forest, so that's game over for them. Is it 3-2? Because I'm checking. Oh, yeah, it is 3-2. It is 3. Who scored the third goal for United, people? I can't see it. It's saying 3-2 on mine, but not saying who scored. Was it a penalty? Oh, Bruno Fernandes penalty. A little bunny hop penalty from Bruno. 3-2 to Man United. Arsenal fans in loud voice now. We're 2-1 up. Happy days. Let's hope we go on and secure the bag, get the points and keep it moving. We play Man United next week, don't forget. Better movement on the left. Listen, I got a lot of credit to give to Fabio Vieira. This is a good performance from him. Maybe we're seeing the real Vieira now, It's like, can the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. Maybe we got the real Fabio's arrived now. Look at him. He's looking confident. Cruyff turns and all sorts, man. He's done more in 10 minutes than Havertz has done in 3 games. And he's just getting on the ball. Look at him. Give it me again. I'll make I like what I'm seeing from him. Everton are winning 1-0 apparently. Sean Dyche, well, I told you, Everton have no problems if I'm there. No problem at all. Keep grandmas out of headlocks, we'll stay up. I'm sure 2 or 3 times you've told me they're winning 1-0 in the comments, Everton. Fabio Vieira, man of the match. He could do. Find out in the player ratings, people. Fabio ain't playing. He ain't messing around. Forest are down to 10 men. 3 goals and Rashford hasn't scored one of them. That's crazy. He's in a lot of dream teams as well. I've seen that. We can't play like this versus Manuel. We'd get destroyed. Yeah, listen, they'll hit us on the break and damage us. The manager's got to go back to what works. Fabio is cooking today. Um, 10 minutes to go. I just want the game to finish now. I'm not interested. I wanted the time to go slow. Now I want the game. Oh, Leno! Hey! Was that not a handball on Leno? Was that not a handball? He thought he played for Arsenal. What's going on? I thought that was outside the area. Zinchenko on the ball now for Arsenal. Anyway, 10 minutes left. The problem you've got in football now is when your team is winning and you're thinking, oh, there's only 10 minutes to go, they're going to add about 10 minutes time added on. And that's an even bigger problem, you know? So there's still a long way to go. Arteta got a yellow card. Going mad, of course. Curtis, you called it. Today's the day for Fabio to become a hero. I can be your hero, baby. He actually looks a bit like Enrique Iglesias as well. Arteta got his yellow. Didn't he say in the press conference, I will be calm, I won't react to anything. Here's Adama Traore, the greased up turkey, on the right-hand side. It's going to be a tough 10, 15 minutes for Zinny, that is for sure, up against this 99 pace merchant. About 8 minutes to go, people. 9 minutes to go, plus time added on. But you know now, they had about 7, 8 minutes on as a bare minimum. You can take my breath away. Enrique settings, man. If you know about them big tunes, them big radio tunes, it's got to be worth a like on the video. 4,200 of you in the chat. Big up everyone. Corner to Fulham. Nerves are back. We need to defend properly. This game is far from won. Please tell me that 3-3 is true, Johan. Please don't mess around. Have Forest actually equalised? Because I would love that. But I don't know. Sometimes people throw fake scores in there. Sure, radio, man. Anything you need. I can give you pop songs, bashment, hip-hop, R&B. We can do whatever's necessary. Have Forest equalised or is Johan messing around? That's a definite timeout if he's lying. There's no time for jokes. It looks like United are still drawing, so you're going to have to hold a time. What? People saying it's true. Is it actually 3-3? I hope so, please. Please tell me Forest have equalised with 10 men. That would be so funny. Let me know in the comments if he's lying. Some people saying 3-2, he's lying. Now he's saying, my mistake. Hey, you better relax. You calm down with that. I can confirm there will be no Arsenal therapy, says Omar. Bro, there's still a long way to go. Fulham are attacking. Here's Cordova Reed, left-hand side. He can get put on the naughty step, definitely. They're down to 10 men as well, Forest, so I doubt very much they would equalise. Is this a red card? It's a red card, I think, for Bassi. Is that a red? Is he given a red? It's a red card for Fulham. Fulham are down to 10 men. Bassi has been sent off. I don't even know his first name. Bassi, red card. Yes. It's I'm very, very happy about that. I was thinking of a dad joke with Bassi in it, but I couldn't work anything. I had to leave it. They're down to 10 men, Fulham. Surely that will be game, set and match. Shirley Bassi, yeah, that's a good one. That's the one. Shirley Bassi has been sent off. And Fulham down to 10 men. Surely now, we end up winning this game. Bassi, I think they signed him from Ajax. I'm pretty sure he used to play for Rangers. And he's been sent off for a foul on Eddie. It's funny, he walked straight off. As soon as he did it, he's just like, yep. I'm off. He's probably got a night out tonight. He's like, yeah, I'm getting sent off. I'm off. He just walked straight off. He did. He used to play for Rangers. And I believe he went to Ajax and Fulham have signed him. And he's been sent off. Second yellow card. Hopefully now. I mean, their manager's soaked. Potent said, Julian said you need a deep understanding of the game to see what Havertz does during the game. What do you think of that? Cap, and more cap. He knows. He's playing the game. That's what a lot of people are trying. If you can't see what Havertz does, you don't understand football. Yeah, I can see what Havertz does, and it ain't a lot. Let me tell you that. David, yeah, it's unbelievable. Eddie Nketiah is finishing this game as captain as well, by the way. Jorginho comes on. David said that Eddie put a banana in Leno's tailpipe. If you've watched Beverly Hills, you know, people. Classic joke. Big up, David. And Nketiah's lawyer said Eddie took finishing lessons from watching you. Listen, I'm sure he's seen the intro enough times. You know, just stroke it into the corner. But big up. Big up everyone locked in. I feel a lot more relaxed now. Winning 2-1. Fulham down to 10 men. I would still like a third goal just to make sure. But Eddie Nketiah is now the captain, the leader of the group. He's come on and scored the winner. I'll accept it. I don't have a bad word to say about him today. His finish was fantastic. And also Fabio Vieira with a fantastic ball in. And also won the penalty. Sakayo Baka said, Calvin Bassett, was this his debut? Sent off on his debut, man. Not a great start to your career, is it? Captain Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy, people. Alfred, big up yourself. Put respect on Eddie's name. Trossard, honestly, is not a striker. His best work is from out wide or in that Havertz position. You might be right. He said a long time, Alfred, to put Martinelli up front, but he doesn't seem to do that often. 4 minutes to go, people, plus time added on. I can't wait for this game to finish. I just want it to finish. 3 points in the bag, and we move to the United game. Alexander Big C, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but Fabio Vieira has changed the game. What a performance he has. 100%. I will be saying his surname for the foreseeable future because he's earned it back today. Sell Havertz for 5 million, says the Sheikh. Dear me. Got sent off on his debut. Fulham have equalised. They've got 10 men. João Paulinho has equalised with 3 minutes to go. It should come with a warning sign to support this football club. I don't understand what I'm watching. I don't understand. I'm taking that green shirt back. It's still got the tags on, I believe. If not, I'm tearing the sleeve. We've conceded against 10 men. Like, there's 3 minutes to go. Zinchenko gives the ball to Traore, then gets outpaced. Greased up Turkey. Outpaces. We are an absolute shambles. We're a shambles. I have no words. I have no words for what I'm watching here. I have no words. Conceded against 10 men. Absolutely unbelievable. The sloppy concede from a corner. Gabriel's on the bench. Knee slide. He nearly slid off the pitch. If these men don't win this game, oh my, like, honestly, they've ruined it. They've absolutely ruined all of it. You do all that to get back. You're playing against 10 men and you concede from a corner. Gabriel on the bench. Absolute shambolic. Who's marking him? Absolutely no one. No one. Completely unmarked. Who's marking? Look at Saka turning his back. Saka turning his back. Not. These man got me gassing up Eddie and hyping up Fabio to concede in the 87th minute. The second goal should have not counted. Karma hits. Why should it have not counted, bro? Explain. My head the head loss. 89th minute. Goalkeeper not good enough. The defending wasn't good enough. I actually think that could be Saka's fault. Listen, we better equalise. I can't believe what I'm watching. Here's Ben White, right-hand side. We have to... I'm not accepting a draw against these. I don't care. I'm not accepting it. I'm not accepting this nonsense. Man United 2-0 down and we're winning 3-2. We're 1-0 down. We end up 2-1 up against 10 men and we can't hang on to it. And I'm supposed to believe we're going to win the league defending like this. They better win this game. Saka, you better make up for it. Because you've been rubbish today. You scored a penalty, fair play, but you can't beat 10 men. You conceding against 10 men. Absolute joke. Jesus still on the bench. Throw him on. We need a goal. 90 minutes gone. I can't believe what I'm watching. I cannot believe it. We do not understand how to finish games off. 2-0 up at West Ham, we draw. 2-0 up at Liverpool, we draw. We don't know how to see games out. It's a shambles. It's an absolute shambles. You can't even enjoy winning a game. 9 minutes added on. 9 minutes added on, which is, it's got to be a blessing. If we don't score in this 9 minutes, we are shambolic. And I've said it in the 2 games, the warning signs are there. I don't care that we won both games. The system does not work. That goal all started from Zinchenko losing the ball. Gave the ball straight to that greased up Turkey, Adama Traore. Then he gets outpaced by him. Then they win a corner and they score from the corner. We're playing against 10 men. Keep the ball, make them chase the ball. You might even score a third. Kill off the game. Not Arsenal. We'll give the ball straight to you and give a goal away. They better find a way of scoring because this is a disgrace. This is an absolute disgrace if we don't win this game. I'm sorry. Fulham with 10 men. They lost 3-0 last week. They come to the Emirates and score 2 goals. How? But Gabriel's on the bench. Gabriel's on the bench, people. Don't worry about it. He'll probably go to Saudi. He'll probably go Saudi for 300 grand a week. Here's Saka, right-hand side. Come on, Fabio. Put one in the top corner. You've been brilliant since you came on. Awful performance. But I will take the stinkiest of 3-2 wins. It's a goal kick to Fulham. Just a disgrace. This team. Jesus is on. I think Deckers came off, did he? Yeah, Deckers came off. It's just pathetic. They better win this game. I'm sorry. It's just this is an absolute disgrace. It's a disgrace. 10 men. A team that lost 3-0 at home last week. And we're here conceding 2 goals. It's just, Leno's got the ball. I'm absolutely fuming with this club. They just don't learn. They do not learn. Win this game by any means. Malcolm X settings by any means necessary. Rice came off for Jesus. 9 minutes added on. They need to win this game somehow. Top 6 team, folks, says Gaz. We got to win. Here's Martinelli, left-hand side. Finds Saka. Eddie, come on. We need somebody, a late winner. Eddie, Saka, Jesus. Imagine a Jesus winner here, people. Been out injured. First Premier League football of the season. Gunnar ER told you Curtis Meltdowns were back. I don't want them back, I tell you that much. You score 2 goals at home, you should win the game. You shouldn't be conceding 2 to a team that couldn't score 1 goal last week. Couldn't score against Brentford. They lost 3-0. Got absolutely battered. We have to score. We have to score in this time added on. I don't care how or why or whatever. 4 minutes gone. In the time added on, 5 minutes left. Even if we win, I'll be annoyed, but I'll accept it. I'll take any kind of win right now. But a draw is an absolute, utter disgrace. Here's Zinchenko, who I don't care what anyone says, he created that goal. Yeah, it was his fault. Gave the ball away. Yeah, he's inverted and he's amazing on the ball. Kieran Tierney gets loaned out. Come on, man. We need a goal. No fake scores, please. Fake scores will be blocked and we don't need that. We're trying to enjoy this. Christian's getting timed out for that. Here's Ben White, right-hand side. Come on. We need to score. 5 minutes to go. Martinelli finds Zinchenko. Zinchenko needs to make up for that rubbish that he did at the other end. Jesus winner. Come on, I'm calling it. Kivior. 4 minutes left. Come on, late winner. They'll just run down the clock now. This goes out for a throw-in. We said the first 3 games should be 3 wins. This was one of the easiest. Is Gabriel Jesus. Is this Bournemouth part 2, people? Is this Bournemouth part 2? Shoot from distance. It's too slow. Fabio must be on a new diet. I can't even enjoy the jokes at the moment. 3.5 minutes to go, people. We need a goal. It's a horrible performance. 3.5 minutes to go. Game slowed down. No goal, Coburn. No goal. We need a goal. No goal yet. No goal. I wish there was. Can we get a late winner? Why are we moving the ball so slow? 5 minutes flying by. Here's Fabio Vieira. What we got left? 3 minutes left, people. This result, this could be so damaging. This has got to be Bournemouth. We have got to score in this 3 minutes. Here's Jorginho. This feels season-defining to me. Some people say this is an exaggeration. This could be a season-defining 3 minutes. 2.5 minutes to go. The game is flying by. Come on, please. We need this. Saliba in possession. 2.5 minutes left. Nearly 2 minutes. The time is flying by. We haven't even created a good opportunity in that time. Come on. 2 minutes to go now, people. Less yet. 2 minutes to go. Fabio Vieira on the ball. Can we get a late winner? This is not looking good. Jorginho on the ball. Fabio Vieira. Come on, here's Eddie. It's not happening. Kivior wins the ball back. 90 seconds to go. We're genuinely just passing the ball around. Zinchenko, left-hand side. 90 seconds left. Can we get a goal? It's so sluggish. They've got everyone behind the ball. Wolves were struggling. Sometimes you just got to whip the ball in, see what happens, have a shot. Here's Martinelli. Finds Zinchenko. Come on. Late winner. Minute and 15 seconds to go. This could be a disastrous result. It's a throw-in to Arsenal. Traore went close at the other end. Here's Zinchenko. Minute to go, people. Final minute. 60 seconds. 60 seconds left of this game. This would be a disastrous result in any sort of hunt for the title. 2-2 at home against 10 men. They've got 10 men. They've had a man sent off. They were behind. Here's Ben White. 40 seconds to go, people. Finds Saliba. Ben White gets it right-hand side. This is it. You're talking last chance of the game. 30 seconds to go. Zinchenko. We're still passing the ball around. Get bodies in the area and whip it in. We ain't got time for no pretty football. Saliba on the ball. Still too slow. 21 seconds to go, people. And I ain't talking about the song from So Solid. Jorginho, 15 seconds left. Out wide to Vieira. Last chance of the game. This is it. Saka. Vieira again. Can we create something? Going to have to just whip into the box if you can't get a shot off. We're beyond the 99 minutes. Fulham have the ball back. It could be over. We're 10 seconds over. The 9 minutes added on. Saliba's on the ball. Full-time whistle hasn't gone yet. It's not looking good. I think it's over. I think he's blown the whistle. No, he hasn't blown the whistle. Here we go. Saka, right-hand side. It isn't over yet, people. I thought he blew the full-time whistle there. Ah, dear. Arsenal therapy in abundance, people. Has he blown the whistle? We're not even shooting. We're not even shooting from distance. It's unbelievable the way we're playing. Corner to Arsenal. It's not full time. It's not over. It's not over. It's full time. I have to think of my words carefully here, to be honest. I have to consider my words carefully. Absolutely disgraceful. That is all on the manager. That result is an absolute disgrace. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. I don't even know. I don't know what to say. Honestly, I stream nearly every day, so I'm used to sitting here and talking. I honestly am not sure what to say about that, other than that is embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. You saw the predictions before the game. We were all confident. 3-0, 4-0, blah, blah, blah. And we draw 2-2 at home to Fulham. You think you can win titles playing like that? Forget it. Forget it. It ain't gonna happen. That team, if you're gonna set that team up like that, you ain't winning no title. You're actually gonna have a battle to get top 4 if you want to play like that. And I'm not exaggerating. We've got no divine right to even get top 4 this season if we're gonna set up like that. How on earth do you go 2-1 up? They go down to 10 men. You're in complete control of the game, and somehow you come out of that game with a draw. You concede in the 87th minute. What on earth did I watch today? People have been telling me all week, calm down. We won the first 2 games. Blah, blah, blah. We still got 6 points. That system does not work. You should not need a manager who gets £8.5 million a season to not understand that that system doesn't work. No agenda against Kai Havertz. He does not improve this Arsenal team. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to watch that Arsenal performance and see the guy doesn't improve the team. He doesn't fit the system. He doesn't improve us. We've shoehorned him in. Now Thomas Partey's at right back, getting dragged off. Declan Rice is in midfield by himself when he's been at West Ham with Souček next to him. Kivior's at left. It makes no sense. You got Ben White and Saliba playing centre-back. He's just had one of the best centre-back pairings in the whole league with Gabriel. So what do? We put Gabriel on the bench. They'll probably sell him to Saudi Arabia. Probably get rid of him. That result is an absolute disgrace. It's a disgrace. You cannot draw that game. How can you call yourself title challengers? You draw at home against 10 men. Fulham at home, you're drawing. 2-2. You were 2-1 up. Zinchenko. We've just got rid of a left back. We've just got rid of the left back that is the best defensive left back at the club. We've loaned him. We don't want no money for him. Just borrow him. Just borrow him. Come in my house and borrow my TV. Yeah, no money. Just take it. And Zinchenko, your number 1 left back, comes in and gives the ball away, then gets outpaced. We concede a corner, and what is Saka doing from the corner? He's standing there turning his back. That result is an absolute disgrace. There's no excuse. That is on the manager. Individual performances. Ramsdale on the first goal. What the hell is he doing? Thomas Partey's not a right back. I don't know who in the world thinks he is. White and Saliba are getting dragged all over the place. Kivior played all right. Not going to criticise him. Rice was all right, but, you know, I thought Paulinho and Pereira got the ball too much. He needs Partey next to him. Odegaard tried to get on the ball, got dragged off, didn't make enough happen. Havertz, I mean, give him time. No, I'm not interested in time. Give him time on the bench, right? That's where he can have his time. We haven't got time to try and win a title while we've got some guy in attacking midfield doing nothing that has changed the whole shape of our team. We ain't got time for that. Bench him next week against Manchester United and play the proper team. Put Gabriel in the side. Stop messing about. Stop messing about. That result is embarrassing. Every Arsenal fan should be fuming with that result. Because Fulham were there to be beaten up today, and again we couldn't do it. Again we're conceding goals at home. Shocking. Shocking. David Raya, I mean, you might have to... I don't know. What did you bring him in for? He just made a mistake, Ramsdale. So do you play him next week? I'm fuming. The goalkeeper's not good enough. Brio said, is this a cup final or do we make life difficult? Kian said, the only time the ref stops the game for an injury is a head injury. You clearly don't know the rules. What's he on about? I don't know what he's on about there. Yeah, during play, the only time he will, unless it looks like a serious injury. Brio said, are we even ready for the Champions League? I'm going to learn the words again for the Europa League. Oh. We play like that. We'll be back in the Europa League by Christmas. We'll play 6 games in the Champions League. We'll be back in the... We'll finish third if we play like that. We can't beat Fulham at home with 10 men. How are we going to deal with Madrid, Bayern, Barcelona? That was a disgrace. Canaris says, find my message where I said a 2-2 draw. Like I said, the first 2 games was a recipe for disaster. Big up yourself, bro. See, Guna, everything this season is going to be on the manager. And I agree with that. There's no hiding place. You've had the money, you've had the time. There's no excuse. No phasers, no process, no transmitting. None of that. Jorge, 1 half lost due to unnecessary tactics. Totally agree. Wasted the first half. You can't afford to waste 45 minutes in the Prem. Arsenal detox tomorrow, said Sports Genius. Ruin the weekend if you're an Arsenal fan, that result adds. Rishikesh, we are title pretenders, not challengers. Arrogant manager playing players out of position. Doesn't respect Fulham. Thought we could turn up and mess around again and win. And got egg on his face. Lee Burnell, absolute crap. Havertz out. Havertz has to be on the bench next week. We shouldn't have signed him. We can say give him time. We can say what he does off the ball. We can say he gets in between the lines well. He is the same Havertz that I saw at Chelsea, stinking out Stamford Bridge for 3 years. Yeah, they've got a connection because he scored one of their biggest goals. At Arsenal, listen, give it 6 months, give it a year, he might become a good player. Right now, that's the same Havertz I saw at Chelsea, and the one I saw at Chelsea was garbage. Mehey said, sack this fraud. People will start calling out the manager. Dinesh title challengers, Havertz, Arteta is a joke. Could be a long season. If this guy thinks he's too clever. He thinks he's too clever. Like, Carnival is cancelled, people saying. Honestly, man, you got to sit and hold that defeat for 8 days now till we play Man United. That is a tough 8 days, man. That was so poor. Big up Trixie. Bold fraud. He's laughing in his sangria. Aimed at Pep. Babby said, can't believe Havertz has the highest salary in the club. That alone is a disgrace. Arsenal still don't act like a top club. Real will never buy that. Well, apparently they inquired about him, which was the justification people were using for us buying him. Oh, my days. I don't know what to say. I'm genuinely lost for words. I can't believe I bought that green shirt this week. I can't believe I bought the green shirt this week. I feel that's got to be a money back job. Like, it's got to be. Or I don't know. We'll let it run to 28 days. You can't do that. You can't have us believing we're title challengers and then produce that. You cannot produce... That was... Oh, wow. You benched Gabriel to play Havertz, to change our system, to do that. Jeez. Wow. I am honestly... you know when you did something really bad when you was a kid and your mum said, I'm not angry, I'm disappointed. That one hurt you even more. I'm not angry with Arsenal. I'm disappointed. They disappointed me today. I'm disgusted. I am genuinely disgusted in that Arsenal performance today. They might as well have lost that game 4-0. That 2-2, drawing that game means absolutely nothing to me. I don't take any single positive out of Arsenal drawing that game. Not one. To me, we lost that game 2-2. We lost that. I don't give a damn. I can't take anything. Let me give out a couple positives. Eddie Nketiah. I'm one of your biggest critics. Everyone on this channel knows it. I don't rate him. I think we need a better striker. Came on today, ran his socks off, scored a fantastic goal. Did his job. Fair play to you. You deserve your flowers today. Fabio Vieira, been one of his biggest critics. Don't rate him. Today, came on, wanted the ball, set up the goal, won the penalty, ran around, didn't hide, did more in 20 minutes than Havertz has done in 3 games. He should be starting ahead of Havertz next week. I actually wouldn't play any of them because I go back to the original system. But I don't want to hear the manager justify Eddie gets played because he runs around in training. How do you justify Havertz? Because he ain't running around on the pitch. He looks like a ghost. I didn't notice when he came off or when he was on the pitch. He didn't make no difference. He was the same damn player. He dragged him after 55 minutes, so let's hope he realised that he's made a mistake. I cannot believe what's happened today. I really can't. I can't believe it. Zinchenko comes on and gives the ball away. We concede a corner and then concede a goal. Apparently, he's in the team because he's so good in possession, and he gives the ball straight to Adama Traore, and then gets outpaced. Today, absolutely stunk of arrogance from the manager. Stunk of it. I can smell it from here. Smell that? Arrogance, people. Turned up, fought Fulham, 3-0 defeat. Got no Mitrovic. I'll carry on messing about. Got away with it against Forest. Nearly conceded to make it 2-2. Got away with it against Palace. Down to 10 men. Anything could have happened. Didn't get away with it today. He's tried it 3 times and he's been bitten. You know? He's been bitten by it. Stinky performance. Arrogant performance. We are not good enough, right, to turn up against teams like Fulham and do that and keep thinking you're going to get away with that. We're not good enough to do that. Yeah, you turn up, you pick your best team, you find form, you connect, you find chemistry, you score goals, you defend properly, and you build. Man United next week. It should have been 3 wins out of 3 heading into United. Now we've dropped points against a team that are not very good, that we beat 3-0 away from home at the back end of last season, and they've come and got a point off us. I don't want to overreact. But that I'm sorry, there's nothing else I can say. That is a shocking result. Absolutely disgraceful performance. If you think Arsenal can win the league playing like that, forget it. Absolutely forget it. We're miles off them. Absolutely miles off them. Nowhere near them. They'll probably finish further ahead of us than they did last season. The only way you can restore things now, Mikel, is You turn up next week and you play the team that we all expect to be on the pitch, which is 4-2-3-1. You play Havertz on the bench, right? And you put Rice and Partey next to each other in a double pivot. You put Odegaard in the 10 or the 8, and you put Saka and Martinelli out wide, and whoever you play up front, whether that's Nketiah, whether that's Trossard, whether that's Jesus. It's not rocket science. Yeah, we're not managers. You know, probably on Football Manager, we've got a few titles between us. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to pick the Arsenal team. Play Ben White right back, who was one of the best right backs in the Prem last year. Play Zinchenko left back, although he gave the ball away and that was poor. Play Gabriel next to Saliba. Simple as that. There's an argument now. Do you put David Raya in goal ahead of Ramsdale? But I don't know. It's not rocket science. I don't understand. It's like throwing a brick through your own window and then fixing it and saying, yo, what a good job I did fixing that window. You didn't need to smash the window in the first place. It's like that. There's no overreaction. I'm actually quite calm right now. I'm not shouting. I'm not ranting and raving. I'm fuming. I can't believe we've dropped 2 points against that team. They're rubbish. I'm saying it as it is. They're rubbish. Fulham have got a long season ahead of them. They're rubbish. They're going to be in the bottom half of the table. I'm a guarantee it. Guarantee it. I very rarely see a team score against Arsenal and sit there and go, oh, what a goal that is. Sometimes you just got to hold your hands up and go, what a goal. Look at the goal we conceded against Forest. Elanga ran from the edge of our penalty area and no one could get near him because Partey was knackered, inverted right back. Then, today, first goal, shambles. Saka gives the ball away. Ramsdale's moonwalking and the ball goes in. Second goal, when do you see a corner get whipped in and a man volleys it in from 9 yards out unmarked? When do you see that? But you see it at Arsenal. We are Santa Claus FC. If you need a goal, we'll give it to you. You need a gift, we'll climb down the chimney and we'll leave it under the tree. We are Santa Claus FC. We are Santa Claus. Today we had a back four of a CDM at right back, a right back at centre back, and a centre back at left back. With one centre back playing in his natural position. Make it make sense. Man United next week. Absolutely fuming. The only positive I can take is Fabio and Eddie played really well. Thought Kivior did all right as well. He deserves a bit of credit. And you've got to go into the transfer market, in my opinion. At this moment in time, and listen, there are people in the comments saying, you know, you're scapegoating. I'm sorry, people, but at the moment, and this is me saying it calmly, I'm not doing this as a blame game of one person. At the moment, it looks as if we've wasted £65 million on Kai Havertz. Let's keep it 100. We can, in the future, we'll talk about the future. When he has good games, I'll give him his flowers on them days. He's had 3 games that look exactly like the guy that I saw play for Chelsea. Strolls around the pitch. People put facts up going, yeah, he's done this much running, but he has no intensity. People don't understand. You can be on a pitch, running around, putting in miles, running 11 kilometres a game. Yeah, them stats make it look like you're running around. But one thing that those stats don't comprehend is intensity. I can jog around a pitch for 90 minutes and put in miles and say, yo, I've done 11 kilometres today. I worked my socks off. It's about intensity. When the ball's near you, go and sprint and press. When you're in space, demand the ball. Put your arms out. Shout at people. Want the ball. You can't just stand in space and go, oh, look at me. I'm in space, but I'm not getting it. Demand the ball. You're a Champions League winning player. You need to come into this team and lift the team. You've won something that hardly anyone in our team has won. Lift that group. You're sinking with the group. It's not good enough. You've got to take him out of the team next weekend. I'm sorry. No, there's no agenda against Kai Havertz. I will criticise people fairly. Eddie came on today, did well. He got his praise. He deserves it. One of the best players on the pitch when he came on. Fabio Vieira, I would say probably the best player on the pitch, to be honest, when he came on. Probably gets man of the match. No agenda, just reality. Yeah. As I said, other channels are available. They'll dress it up. I ain't dressing it up. Today, stunk out the place. That is an embarrassing draw. Every time we take a lead, we get into defensive mode, said Rishikesh. Why are we not capable of scoring a third and a fourth and killing a team off? Why? Why is that? Andrew said, without Gabriel at the back, we are ropey. Unbelievable that. Imagine what he's thinking tonight. You've just conceded 2 against 10 men. I wouldn't blame him if he went to Saudi Arabia and got the bag. Go and get yourself 400 grand a week. Why should you stay here and watch that rubbish? Why should he stay here and watch that rubbish? He's the only defender in our team last year that played 38 games. No injuries, no suspensions. Right? As much as I think Saliba's the best centre-back at the club, Saliba was injured from March. This guy was trying to hold it down himself till the end of the season. Right? 38 games, signed a new contract, in the Brazil squad, but not good enough to play for Arsenal. Make that make sense. Because we've changed our whole system to fit some guy in that was terrible at Chelsea. Make it make sense. And now, he's being linked with Saudi. Can anyone blame him if he goes and collects the bag and says, you know what, I'll go and get 500 grand a week and play in Saudi. Because this manager, for some reason, thinks I'm not good enough to get in that team, even though him and Saliba is one of the best centre-back partnerships in the division. Make that make sense. Young Gunner said, glad I'm on vacation during this game. Arteta must be gone soon if this continues. No more excuses for this shambolic performance. Go back to basics. Big up yourself. Enjoy your holiday, bro. O'Malley said, Dexter's laboratory manager, Experiment FC. He's just blown up the laboratory. You know, he's mixing the wrong things, bro. I don't know what's going on. Dinner Shen, Gabriel and Saliba was very good. Where is Gabriel? Gabriel's probably running around the pitch now doing fitness after the game. Because according to our manager, he's not good enough to play for us. Make it make sense. Babby said, we haven't dominated any of our games so far. The crazy thing is we have control and then we let go of it and allow the other team to get back into the game. It don't make sense. Amo, he's blown the lab up. The lab has blown up. He didn't know what he was mixing. He's blown the lab up. It's all over the place. Arteta thinks he's Pep. I want Havertz out. Yo, man, it's a horrible feeling as a fan when you spend big money on a player and, you know, you've watched him 3 or 4 times and already you have that feeling that I want this guy out. Like, I'm going to be totally honest. I speak my truth here. I have to speak my truth. I have no other option. I feel so deeply about this Havertz issue right now. If I could, I would sell him. I genuinely, I wouldn't even persevere with trying to make it work. If there was a get out clause, I would sell him right now. Genuinely. You know, like you buy something and they have them shops like cash converters and stuff. You know, you bought it for 300, but they'll buy it off you for like 200 or 180 because they're going to sell it back for 300. I would take Kai Havertz to cash converters now and take 25 million and just write off the 40. I haven't got time for this experiment. I'm not interested. Pep ain't experimenting. He ain't doing it. But he signed a 5-year deal and he's on mad money. He ain't going nowhere. The experiment will continue long into probably 2027 by the time that contract ends. Trixie said, and once again I was right, 5 million more, we'd have got Barella. Our defence is a shambles, as I've said for 2 years, and Jesus isn't clinical. I'm not even going to diss Jesus today because he came on for 9 minutes. He's not fit. But big up yourself, Trixie. I agree. Barella would have been outstanding in this team. Pawn shop settings. I'll walk in there, in the bag, say, listen, man, I've got this Havertz here. I bought it 4 weeks ago. What will you give me for it? They go, we give you 24 million. I'll say, go on, I'll take it. I'll take it. Kai converters. Not even cash converters. Kai converters. Convert him into something else. But we're stuck with him, people. Oh, man. Do you know what? He's done so little in these 3 games. I'm gonna say one of the most shameless things I've ever said on this channel. Maybe I'm emotional right now. I'm going to say one of the most shameless things I've ever said on this channel. I wish Granit Xhaka was in this team. I'm almost ashamed of myself for saying that. I might have to I might have to get baby wipes out and clean myself off. But right now, I would love to have Granit Xhaka playing in that role. I'm borderline ashamed of myself for saying that. But at the same time, there's an element of truth in there. I would bring him back right now if I could for Kai Havertz. I'm stooping to depths that I never believed that I would. I've spent 5 years saying get rid of Granit. But today, I would like to see Granit in that team ahead of Kai Havertz. What has this world come to? Honestly, I can't believe what I'm even saying. But he played better than that. He could tell us to F off he played better than that. I take a red card. At least there was some passion. Dre, honestly, I'm not even capping. I'm not capping. I'm honestly not capping. I cannot believe the situation we're in. But anyway, let me continue with the super chats. Big C, that could have been an easy win. Why make it easy when we can make it difficult? That should be Arteta's new phrase, you know. If it makes sense, Arsenal won't do it. I said it 2 years ago. It still stands. Fabricator, we actually played 2 to 5 games with 10 men. Thanks, Kay. You must be responding to someone. My apologies. I forgot what you was responding to. Man ran to buy merch now. Look at us, C-Unit, you know. Hey, Always keep the receipts. That's what they say. There's always a get-out clause, my friend. You know what I'm saying? Pete Kenny, I'm done with this Havertz training. We're done. Yeah, I've had enough. You know what I mean? Man's on work experience, mashing up the office. You know what I'm saying? Man's come in and broke the whole system. All the computers are down. The Wi-Fi's done. The printer ain't working. Man's come on work experience and destroyed the whole office. You know what I mean? What the hell's going on? Get him out. Canary said, Arsenal fans will say don't panic. It's still early in the season. Bro, I'm pressing the fire alarm. I don't know about anyone else. We've just drawn 2-2 with Fulham with 10 men. Joey said, big up from South Texas. Arteta is going to cost us down the line if he continues his madness. I'd hate to say it. I still don't understand the Kai signing. I don't understand it, bro. None of us do. Dinershen, as a Chelsea fan, Jackson fights till he gets a goal. Yeah, and sometimes you'd rather have that than someone who's you don't see enough on the pitch. Rishikesh, man, you have a psychological advantage. 2-0 down, you win 3-2. That feels like a big win. We were 2-1 up, drew 2-2. We feel like we've lost. They're going to be more fired up than us next week. We need to respond. International break after that game. Adam said this is old stubborn Arteta. Refuses to see Havertz's poo. You watch him start next week. He cannot start next week. It's embarrassing if he does. Simon said, why don't they show a replay of that Leno handball shot? I didn't understand that. He looked a yard out. O'Malley said they were saying get the mistakes out in pre-season. Same issues last year. People come to the Emirates and know we're going to give them a goal. And it's the same again. Abdullah Curtis, I swear to God, 2 goals, better goal. I swear to God, both 2 goals, a better goalkeeper can save them. I know Kai was non-existent and Saka made a mistake. The manager is the problem. Was the second goal Ramsdale's fault? I didn't really think so, but I'll watch it again. A lot of people in the chat were saying that it was him as well, but I'm looking at Saka. He just let him run off him. Ajar said, at what point does Mikel start to lose the dressing room selections making... Listen, it doesn't take long. You cannot tell me Thomas Partey is happy with that and then getting dragged off. And Gabriel. Only takes 1 or 2 players to turn and the whole mood in the dressing room changes. I tell you that. Shatanya says, Big C, we have a good squad. Arteta is under pressure in my opinion. Why see out games like that? Control the game. City don't see out games like that. You've got to finish teams off. Go and score again and finish them. 2-1 up, 10 minutes left. Be patient, keep the ball, create a chance, finish them off. If you can't finish them off, keep the ball, frustrate them, tire them out, win the game 2-1. Not Arsenal. We'll give you the ball, give you a corner, we'll leave your guy unmarked, we'll let you score. Ridiculous. MJ said, big up C. Did Kaka play today? Oh, man compared him to Kaka. Jordan, Jarrett, Bryan. Behave yourself. Some of the most outrageous comparisons in the history. Tekkas, we could have got that Doku instead of Havertz, which is where we actually needed some depth. What a joke, clueless club at times. We needed a right winger. I'm not sure about Doku, but no doubt Pep will turn him into a superstar. Big up Tekkas. Big up Alfred, who said, Kai have hurt us. If we don't put Partey in the midfield to help dictate the games, we will not even be in the top 4. Kai have hurt us, people. Rishikesh said, only manager who changes things when it works. Trossard, Gabby, Saka, Partey in midfield, and Saliba and Gabriel. Big up Rishikesh. PT, no mentality improvement from last year. 100% on Mikel. This is Wenger era of weakness all over again. Can't disrespect a lower team and expect to get away with it. This is the Premier League. These teams have got dough. They turned down like 50 million for Paulinho. They ain't no idiot team, you know. They'll come here, they'll work hard. If you don't give them nothing, they probably don't get anything. But we gave them 2 goals, so they get a point. So, you know, more fool us. Mr. Cool Bus Driver, big up yourself, bro. I told you in the member stream, it's like getting a mortgage, only to find out a crackhead lives next door with this Havertz trash. Oh, man, it's... You said it. You said it. Raphael, where's Balogun? They should give him a chance. Well, he's in Monaco living the high life, bro. Not good enough, apparently. And Tierney not good enough to play at left back. Cooper said Havertz signing will be Arteta's downfall. I said when we signed him, it's the riskiest signing that he's ever made. And at the moment, it's looking like a huge gamble that he's not working. Big up Cooper. Trixie said Nketiah had a good game, Vieira did well, and we want Xhaka back. Am I high right now? Is this actually real? Truman Show, Arteta out. Edu, what the F are you doing, buying? Listen, like I said, I don't hold any agenda against any player. Eddie was excellent today. Fabio Vieira, I think, was probably the best player on the pitch in the time that he was on the pitch. They deserve praise. And Xhaka, all is forgiven. That is what you call desperation. In reality, of course, I don't want him back. But I want a functioning team, and that's what I'm not seeing at the moment. Troy said, Gabriel is in the top 3 players last season, and we don't play him. What the F? Unbelievable. I would not be surprised if Gabriel left. Who could blame him? Vegas Gunner, I get irritated at Arteta's job security. He couldn't try this crap at another club. He's comfortable, so he does wild stuff because he's making the owners money. You know, and that's the problem. He wouldn't get away with this at other clubs. Sam said decisions of a manager, that's way too comfortable. He shouldn't even be allowed to experiment that much. Tel Wood said Arteta is the new Tinkerman San Sebastian Mourinho. And Adam says, by the way, mate, could you imagine the outrage if Emery kept somebody like Havertz on, yet we're the ones with an agenda? I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm not saying Arteta out today. I'm not saying that, right? It's too early. We haven't lost. There's still time to turn it around. But what I'm saying, people have to understand, and I used to say this back in the day as well, the club is more important than the manager, and the club is more important than any individual player. There are certain fans, not every fan, but there are certain fans that it feels like they will defend the manager more than the club. I don't care who the manager is. You could put Mr. Blobby in charge as manager. If he wins us the league, I'll take it. I don't care who the manager is. I have no agenda against him. I don't care if Kai Havertz plays, if he performs. I don't care if Eddie Nketiah plays, if he performs. If it's for the benefit of the team, I'm all for it. What has happened today is the manager has cost us 2 points through arrogance, through believing that we can turn up, experiment, and get away with beating these teams. Warning signs against Forest. We were hanging on the last 10. Warning signs against Palace. We went down to 10 men. And warning signs today. And finally, it's caught hold of us. Too little, too late. You've done it for 3 games. Now you've failed. Now what do you do? Man United next week. United are on a high now. 2-0 down. Embarrassing. All their fans were going crazy at halftime on Twitter. But they've won the game 3-2. When you're 2-0 down and you win a game 3-2, you are absolutely buzzing. You don't care about the 2-0 that you were behind. You're celebrating the comeback. So all of a sudden, their confidence is high again. We've drawn. It feels like a defeat. We've dropped 2 points. We've got to lift ourselves next week against United. International break after that. So whatever happens against United, you've got to hold that result for 2 weeks. They need to go into the market in the next 6 days. We have no competition for Saka. Saka can play bad, doesn't get taken off. I would love a striker. I don't think they'll spend big money. I hope we get Ivan Toney in January. And I think you need next week to set up properly. Because you can't play like that against Man United. We'll get picked off. We'll get picked off. People need to put the club before anybody at this football club. I don't care how much you love Saka. If he's playing poor, take him off. I don't care how much you love Saliba. Any player at the club. And that includes the manager. If the manager gets it wrong, don't feel bad for criticising him. Praise him. Praise players when they do well. That is the balance in football. All this, tiptoeing around. Oh, we can't criticise the manager because there's a big section of people on Twitter that will be on my case. Bond that. I don't care. Today's on him. Fix it up next week. I ain't interested. You don't get to the top if you don't demand the best. It's as simple as that. Pete said, whatever Arteta sees in Havertz must ghost. I don't know what it is. Tosin said, getting too clever for our own good makes no sense. Just play football. Just turn up, play your best team, and put that Fulham team to the sword. They had little confidence. They've lost their best striker. They lost 3-0 last week. Their confidence was on the floor. But when you get a goal given to you after 90 seconds, all of a sudden your confidence is high. And Pereira's strolling around the midfield. Paulinho's dominating. Stop handing out presents. Play Gabriel with Saliba. Bobby said, Arsenal get big signings and instead of replacing our rejects, they sacrifice some of the players with good performances from last season. I don't get it. It is crazy. It is crazy. Who did we need to get rid of this summer? Rob Holding, Mohamed El Neni, possibly Eddie Nketiah. I know he scored today, but I would have still accepted him going for the sake of a new striker, right? And then your fringe players, your Nunos, your Lokongas, your Cedrics, all of those players, right? But we've sold Balogun, who's just scored 20 goals in France. We're going to terminate the contract of Pepe, who could actually probably have given us something off the bench as a right-wing competition for Saka. We've loaned out Kieran Tierney, who I don't care what anyone says, is the best defensive left-back at the club. We know going forward, he's not the best. But defensively, he's the best left-back at the club. We loan him out with no obligation to buy. Meanwhile, El Neni's here. Holding's here. Nketiah's here. Although he did well today, I give him his credit. Lokonga's still at the club. Tavares still at the club. Cedric's still at the club. Make it make sense. Praval said, don't support the team only when we win. Listen, let me tell you something. Football is not a bed of roses, my friend. It's the most ruthless sport in the world. I've seen it. I've seen it from the inside and the outside. It is ruthless. Do you think they go in the change room, go on, lucky lads, you know, support the team, keep your chin up? We've got United next week. No, it don't work like that, my friend. Managers go crazy. Players go crazy, have arguments. Players have fights in the dressing room. The stakes are high in football. Constructive criticism is important. No agendas, no personal abuse and criticism. I totally agree with that. I'm not here to start slandering people on a personal basis. We were terrible today. Let's say it as it is. If we want to be the best team in the league and we want to win the league, let's say it as it is. But it's done. It's dusted. We've drawn. It feels like a defeat. I'll be back on tomorrow, people. I may even do the Arsenal show tomorrow. I was planning on doing a watch-along of Newcastle-Liverpool, but I genuinely don't know if I want to even watch any football for the rest of the weekend. We may just do the Arsenal show at 2 o'clock because I got a lot of stuff I need to say. Let me know as well, would you like me to do a fan cam type of reaction after the game, maybe an hour after the game, 6-7 minutes? Or do you think I'd just save it for the live stream the day after? Let me know in the comments or let me know after. I'm fuming right now. Thank you very much to everyone tuning in. Still 4.5K and 52 of you on Twitch. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you to everyone who's voted Football Content Awards. Arsenal draw 2-2 with Fulham. Shocking result. Man United next week, man. We're going to have to lift it up because if we keep experimenting, this laboratory is going to blow up real quick. We're supposed to be trying to win the league. We keep playing like that. Top 4 is going to be difficult. Big up to everyone locked in. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bless.